Making changes in your life to be more promotable. There are a lot of people who are trying to make some changes in their lives that would make them better off financially and more successful in general. However, you will want to take in consideration that there are a lot of changes that you may have to make. Some of the changes that you are going to have to make will affect your daily activities, and they will also affect you personally. The first thing that you will want to do is look inside yourself. This means that you will need to look at your life and look inside yourself to find the qualities that others look for in a person whom they would like to promote. You will find that among these qualities you will need to have strong work ethics and morals. Your personal character and definition of character will mean the most to your ability to become promoted. You will be able to work on your personal traits by trying to be a better work and a better person. You will also find that they look for others that are very willing and determined to success. This is a trait that most people have or don't have. You can't make yourself want something, however. You can push yourself to go the distance even though you would rather give up. There are a lot of other qualities that the boss will look for, however. If you keep your head clean and you push yourself to finish tasks, you'll find yourself on the right track to a promotion. Another change is that you are going to have to give the company some time. This means that you may have to sacrifice the time that you normal would indulge in. You are going to have to learn how to balance out more time at the office than you normal put in. You will find that a person who works hard wins. Your hard work will get yourself noticed by the bosses, but you will also be able to say that you have achieved more than most people at the office. You will find that there are going to be times where you will have to choose your family and friends over work. But if you try to make up for the time that you have to spend away from work by working hard every day, you'll still be able to get noticed. Not only are you going to have to work harder and longer, but you are going to have to improve yourself at the office in a general manner. You have to become someone who says, "Good morning," to all of those who you pass on the way to the coffee or water cooler. You have to be that type of person who is always there to help out a co-worker. You need to learn to make your time at work worthwhile. You will need to volunteer yourself for work and overtime. You will need to take the extra step so that the company can come out on top and so that you can always keep yourself in the spotlight. However, you will need to handle your faults and mistakes with grace and not try to pin them on other people. You need to find yourself being an honest co-worker, even if there is a lot of trouble and consequences to be suffered. The employer will note your honesty, and you will be noticed when it comes to upping the employees or getting a raise. There is a lot that you can do. However, you should try to be the best employee that you can be even when the boss isn't looking for someone to promote. This will help build a solid record for your personal file. Ways of living life to the fullest while being promotable. There is a lot of things that you will be able to enjoy when it comes to a promotion, however. There are a lot going to be times where you will need to miss some friend and family social events because you will need to put the extra time in at the office. Also, you should keep in mind that with every promotion you would find it harder and harder to balance out the friends and family along with work. The key to making your life the best without any regrets to keep yourself in check with your family, but also keep yourself in check at the office. You will have two balls to juggle, but you can't allow either one to hit the ground because you'll lose it all. The first thing that you will need to do is talk to your mate. Tell your mate how you would like to make it up in the ranks at the office and ask them for their total support. Also, you need to ask them to keep your head out of the clouds. Your wife or husband is what will keep you grounded as you become more successful throughout the years. If you are not able to find the support from your family, you will not be able to keep the family and the job going strong. You will also need to talk to your mate and try to tell them that there are going to be things that you are going to miss out on. but that you are working hard so that the entire family doesn't have to go down in the slums. Tell your mate that you are working for your own personal dreams, but that you are trying to make a life better for your family as well. You will also need to make a list of things that you would like to do while at this job level. You will find that this list is going to be the goals that you are going to try to work hard for, that these goals is exactly what you will need for your life to be long and full. You will find that these goals are going to take some time, and they are going to take a lot of hard work. However, keep in mind that there is always several paths to any goal, but you should set down and figure out how you would like to achieve your goals so that you aren't ruining your chances of having a better life. Not only will you want to have the support from your family and friends, but your work as well. You will need to tell your boss what you would like to do for the company and what you would like to do for yourself while at the job. Allow your boss to know your intentions so that they can see your dedication to your work. Also, keep in mind focused on the things that mean the most to you. If you really need to be at your son's baseball game every Monday night, then you need to tell your boss that you have to be out of the office by 3 because you have prior engagements. You will also want to talk to your boss or superiors when it comes to the other goals that you have for your life. Keep in mind when you are open and honest with your coworkers, you will be able to gain and retain their respect. And they also know what it is that they can expect from you and how much they can lean on you. This is a great character trait to have when looking for a promotion. You need to learn how to keep a good job going at work, but you will also need to learn how you can focus on other enjoyments at life. Working isn't what life's all about, but it is simply a way to feel good and make some life achievements. Getting ahead in your personal life, how to be more promotable. You would be surprised at how many people find it hard to get ahead in their personal life. You will notice that there are a lot of movies now on the market that simply tell you that dating is like advertising. Dating is really like buying a car. You don't care if they buy you, but it's nice to be taken out every now and then. You will find that there are a lot of things that you are going to have to do, and then there are a lot of things that you are going to have to learn how to avoid. You will need to change some things that you do to impress others, but you are also going to have to work on your character skills too. Just like getting a job promotion, you need to make yourself look presentable and someone who you would want to have at the end of the day to lean on. What does most people look for in a person so that you can promote yourself as a good possible dating candidate? Well, the character traits that you look in for a partner are the same character traits that you try to look for in a person who you hire to do a job. The first thing that you will see is their appearance. This means that you are going to have to learn how to promote yourself as a person who has it all together and someone who is in control of their own destiny. And to do that, you have to learn how to dress properly. It's cool to dress and look like a punk when you're a teen. However, you have to grow up at some point. There are ways that you can promote yourself as a successful and independent person without giving up who you are. You just need to find your balance. The second thing that people look for in a mate is honesty. You have to be able to stand up for what you believe in, and you have to learn how to stand up for the mistakes that you make. You may have made a lot of mistakes in the past, but learn from them. Don't hide who you really are either. If you dress like a different person, you are only going to promote yourself as a fake. You don't want to get involved with a person who can't even be comfortable in his or her own skin. Not only is honesty valued, but you also have to be determined. You have to have goals for yourself, and you need to be constantly reaching for something better. It's not settling when you have found out who you are and what it is that you are searching for. Keep in mind that there are tons of different people, and you may be good together with a lot of different kinds of people. However, with an open mind and determination, you will be able to find that one and only person. It's all about promotion, and playing the field when it comes to being a successful, dating person. You need to keep the honesty going in a relationship from the beginning to the end of the relationship. You will also need to be an open-minded person because you never know when you will be able to find someone new, different, and interesting. You never know where love will strike the mood, however, when you are constantly promoting yourself in a good, positive light. You'll be on your path to finding a healthy and successful relationship, keeping on the promotable track for a better life. It can sometimes be very hard for you to be able to get focused and stay focused. What you will need to do is take in consideration all the things that you have worked for so far, and then the goals that you would like to keep reaching for. You will want to consider the fact that people are constantly changing their goals and their interests, but that they are also able to reflect on how far they have come or how much they have changed. It is very helpful to you in the future when you learn how to promote your life to constantly be better. If you really want to learn how to keep yourself on the promotable track for a better life, you need to learn how to deal with focusing on the tasks or goals at hand. However, you will also need to learn some self-discipline. The key to staying focused is by allowing yourself stray from the track every now and then, but making yourself come back to the path. You need to learn how to control yourself by self-discipline, and you'll be able to keep yourself on the right path. Everything good in life should be indulged at some point. However, you need to learn how to bring yourself back to your original goals and focused. When it comes to keeping yourself promotable, you may find that it could be as hard as furthering your education, or it could be as simple as going to work on time every day. There are a lot of character traits that you will want to possess, however. You will find that there are some basic traits that you will need to work on continuously, so that you can reach for bigger and better things at work and after work, so that you can keep your life on the good track. You will find that there are things like learning how to control yourself by allowing yourself to go off script, but then focusing on the script a little bit down the down. You will find that self-discipline is not just everything. You need to go the honest way as well. If you gain all of your success by being a fraud, you will not be able to enjoy your life later on down the road, because you'll constantly be thinking about the consequences. If you try your best, and you go about life with honesty from the heart, you will find more success than the cheater. You will not only be able to find more success with honesty than dishonesty, but you will be able to enjoy the success too. You will also find that if you keep everything in your life moving forward, you'll be very successful in the end. This means that you can't keep dwelling on the past. You will need to learn how to move forward and how you can make things better even though things aren't looking so good at the moment. You need to carry the characteristic inside yourself that will allow you to make lemonade out of the lemons of life. There is a lot that you can do to keep yourself on the successful path, however. If you learn how to use your head and keep it honest, then you will be able to find the path to success always. You also need to approach things in a positive way and try to fix those things that are broken or messed up before you being to panic. Instead of seeing the negative all the time, you should try to see the positive things every now and then. Getting ready for a promotion, being more promotable. There are a lot of things that you are going to do when you are getting ready for a promotion. First, you will want to see what type of candidate you are for the running as is. You will need to go to your boss and ask them what you will need to do to just become a considered person for the job. Sometimes you will find out that you are already a strong candidate, but you will also find that there are going to be some promotions that you will need to work extremely hard for. You will find that when it comes to picking who gets a promotion and who does not get a promotion, you will notice that it goes by a few things. First, it is all about the seniority. If you haven't been there for as long as Jim down the hall, then you are going to have to work really hard to get the promotion. You will also notice that your devotion to the company is another thing that will become a consideration. You will definitely need to put in the extra hours when it comes to the decision time frame. Finally, the other aspect is how well you work with your co-workers. Those who get a promotion need to be reliable, and they need to be respected among the other workers at the company. However, if you lack in any of those departments or qualities, you will be able to work on making yourself better. First, when it comes to the seniority aspect of a promotion, there are a lot of ways that you can make up for it. You may not be there as long as Joe SHMO, but you work just as hard. You will need to come to work on time, or even possibility early. You will also need to come to work with the highest ethics and employment moral, so that you can always find the positive in the negative. It is those people who can make a bad situation and good situation who gets the promotions and the extra pays. You will also want to learn how you can be a better person at work. You will need to get to know some of your co-workers better and be ready to lend a hand at any time. Secondly, following the fact that you need to learn how to extend your hand to others in your department, you will need to learn how to form a social relationship with your co-workers. To get respect, you need to give it. You will need to keep this in mind when it comes to getting to know your co-workers, because you will need to try to give the boss the perception that you are a caring person and that you are able to spare a few minutes here and there to help discuss an issue that a fellow co-worker is dealing with, and that you can be trusted and seen as a reliable person by others. Finally, you are going to have to show you're devoting to the job by trying to put the time in. This means that you will need to work hard while at the job during normal business hours, but you may need to bring some work home with you to get yourself ready and prepared for the next morning's meeting. You will also need to consider that there are going to be times where they will need someone to come in early or stay late, and you need to make sure that your hand is the first one in the air when it comes to this type of offer. Those who work hard and show off their communication and interpersonal skills get the promotion. How to get excited about being more promotable? There are a lot of people who feel like they need to get excited about a promotion because they is what will get them the job. However, rather you get excited or not is not what will pay the bills in the end. There is much reason for you to get excited. However, you will want to keep in mind that you might get all excited about a promotion and then have it snatched away from you. You will need to learn how to balance out your excitement and how you can keep yourself from looking badly in front of the other co-workers, but so that the boss doesn't see you in the bad light. You will first need to understand what this promotion will mean for you. Does this promotion mean more time away from work or more time at work? Does this mean that you are going to reap the benefits in a financial way? You need to take the time to see what it is that you are bargaining for. You will need to consider what about the promotion that appeals the most to you. You will want to keep in mind that your excitement is the most important part of the promotion to your motivation for the job. Your excitement doesn't necessarily mean that you will get it or not, but it is what will push you to be good at the job. Secondly, you will not only want to think about what the promotion means to you and how it will affect you, but you have to think about your family as well. You will notice your excitement will build when you have to go home and tell your mate that you are going to make $12,000 more a year and get 2 weeks paid vacation instead of 1. Your mate will be just as excited as you are, because they will be able to see some benefits from the job promotion as well. You need to rely on your family and friends to help support you, and your excitement for the promotion will increase. Also, keep in mind that the boss is always happy to see an excited and motivated worker. However, he or she may not feel so nice about having to tell you that you missed the opportunity because of something like seniority. It's very good to get excited, however. You will need to consider the fact that you will need to deal with the possibility of not getting the job too. You will find that there are a lot of possibilities that could destroy your chances of getting the job because someone else was better or more experienced. You need to prepare yourself for the worst because you never really know how the promotion will go until it is announced. You will want to make sure that you keep in mind that there are some times where you are going to be naturally interested in a promotion. And you will also find that your excitement will come naturally to you as well. You will want to keep in mind that there are times where you need to be a little apprehensive because you really don't know if this is something that you will be able to achieve or earn. So you don't want to have yourself feeling down over a missed promotion. You will need to learn how to balance out your excitement so that you don't end up having a letdown or giving the wrong impression to the boss. Because you may not be able to show the excitement that you have, and they may end thinking that you aren't interested. How to use employment skills for being more promotable. There are a lot of people who will find that their ability to find employment is because they happen to have skills. You will want to make sure that you think about all the things that you can do to promote yourself as a worker. You will also find that there are a lot of things that you can do to promote yourself in general. You will find that your employment skills will come in handy not only to promote yourself for a job offer, but it can also keep promoting yourself to every promotion that you go with. There is a world to discover when it comes to finding what employment skills work best for you. First, you will need to learn how to promote yourself through the way that you carry yourself. A part of carrying yourself is the way that you dress. You will find that the way that you dress will make a good impression or make others think that you are crazy. You will need to learn how to dress for success. It is important that you look professional, together, and easygoing. This can sometimes be a hard look to pull off. But if you take some professional tips that you will be able to research online, and you'll find your own way to incorporate your style with professionalism, you will find that once you learn how to dress like a success, you will also change the way that you feel too. You will find that there are things that you will be able to achieve because you have learned the importance of dressing properly. Secondly, you will want to make sure that you consider things other than the way that you dress when it comes to the way that you carry yourself. You will also need to worry about the way that you carry your head. You need to learn how to hold your head up high so that you are never looking down like you are intimidated or fearful. You will want to make sure that you walk with confidence and that you walk strong and tall. This way, you will be able to amaze all who you pass by. The third thing that you will want to consider is your education. Your education and experience is what will get you the jobs. You will need to continuously get the education that you need to move up in the office. You can do this by taking the time to enroll in a class or two every now and then so that you can continuously work towards your lifelong goals. It is very easy to go to a job interview. However, it takes a lot of work to get the job. You will need to try and consider some of the things that you will need to get the job. Once you get a job, that doesn't mean that you have to allow yourself to let go of all the other things that you would like to continuously reach for. You will also want to consider the fact that there are several of the same things that gets you the job that allows you to keep the jobs. It is very important that you don't allow the promotion get the best of you. Just because you have conquered doesn't mean that you don't have to keep working hard. It is very important that you use your work ethics and morals to help you to get the job and to keep the job later. It is very important that you learn what it takes to sell yourself and keep the image that you have created going. How to be more promotable by learning different techniques. You will find that there are a lot of things that you will be able to do to make yourself seem better for a promotion. You will find that there are a lot of new techniques that you will need to learn how to adapt to. You will find that there are things that you will need to do at the time to make things better for yourself. But then you will need to know when the right techniques can work out to be the best for you. Even though you will find that the way that you approach work and the way that you approach new promotions and raises, you will always have to do a few things. You will need to keep in mind that it is hard work that pays off. You will need to make sure that try your hardest at work and that you have done everything that you can. You will also find that it is very important that you try to learn how you can improve at your work every day. You need to show others that it is your devotion and open mind and willingness that will keep you on top of things. You will want to make sure that you are able to show others that it is the job that you really care about. There are other things that you will need to do, like show your co-workers like your willingness to help others and reach out to some of your co-workers. You will find that it can be difficult for you to find different techniques. However, you will find that the way that you show yourself off will come very naturally to you. You will notice that there are ways that you can show yourself off in front of the boss, but you need to make sure that it is tasteful. You don't want to overdo it. Just because your boss is noticing you, you will also want to take in consideration that you need to be noticed in a positive light. You don't want others to think about you in a negative way at work, because it is too hard to get rid of a bad reputation. You will also want to make sure that you try to keep in mind that there are many things that you will need to do in order to get noticed in a positive light. You will need to work hard, work more overtime, and you will also need to think about all the ways that you can get the good accounts so that the boss will notice you. There is a lot of things that you can do to save yourself from looking like a suck-up too. The key is to look like you are an honest and hard-working person. However, you don't want to look like a suck-up. You will want to make sure that you think about the things and the way that you talk or act, because you will want to think about the way that you are perceived by others. You will find that there is it very important that you check yourself every now and then, because you could be considered a suck-up and not even know it. You will want to make sure that you learn how to look more promotable with looking like you are going out of your way too much for the boss. You will need to keep an open mind to everything that you are going to have to do to seem like a good candidate for the promotion or pay raise. Having a more promotable lifestyle by being healthy, you will find that there are a lot of businesses and companies that are more interested in having healthy workers than they are having any other kind of workers. You will want to make sure that you take your own health in consideration when it comes to working towards a good career. You will want to make sure that you take your own health in consideration for the fact that you are going to have to look like someone who has a long future with the company. And there is no business who will just promote someone who they don't think that will stay long with the company. You will want to keep in mind that there are plenty of reasons at work for you to want to be healthy. The first thing that you will want to think about when it comes to your health is not just your weight, but also your health in general. This means that you are going to have to lose the weight and try to eat healthy. You will need to get up early in the morning and try to work out or walk every now and then, so that you can get your heart pumping. Not only will you notice a difference in the way that others see you at work, but you will also feel a different way too. You will want to make sure that you take the exercise seriously so that you can see the benefits of being active. Your blood pumping is what will allow you to see things in a clear light. You will be able to come up with ideas for work right and left. The boss will see you as a person who can be very beneficiary to the company. When it comes to eating healthy, you will find that you'll have a lot more energy. The energy will allow you to put in the extra time, and you'll be able to do a lot more for the boss than most of the other co-workers. You will want to make sure that you consider the way that you feel about getting a promotion and the way that you feel about the company. You will need to put in a lot of extra time if you are serious about the promotion or company. There is a lot of things that you will need to do to become healthy. However, you will find that there is a lot that you can do for yourself to feel better about your entire life. Being healthy will allow you to get the job promotions because you will be able to think up better ideas, work longer and harder. But you will also get rid of all signs of depression and allow yourself to blossom. There is much to gain from being healthy when it comes to time spent away from the job and the time spent at the job. You will want to make sure that you take good care of yourself so that you are able to put the time into the company and put the time into being a great co-worker. You will be able to make a difference in the way that the company sees you and the way that you approach your work in general. Your health is so important not only to your company, but it is important for your future in general. You will want to make sure that you try to go the straight line with the health issues so that you can do everything you possibly can make a real future for yourself with the company. It is very important that you learn how to take care of yourself. 5 good tips of being more promotable. There are a lot of things that you can do to make yourself look good in front of the boss. You will want to make sure that you keep in mind all the things that you would like to do for the company and how you will be able to make it through the other side of the new, upcoming promotion. There is a lot that you can do for yourself and to make yourself look better. You will want to keep the following 7 tips in mind when trying to go for any promotion. First, you will want to make sure that you work as hard as you possibly can. You will also want to make sure that you try to do the overtime, come in early, stay late, take on more work, and do everything you can to keep your name on every part of the company. You will find that there is a lot of things that you will have to give up to get the promotion through hard work and dedication. This is very important when it comes to getting a promotion. Secondly, you will not only need to put in the time and hard work, but you will need to adjust the way that you approach these tasks. You can't just rub the fact that you are really putting in the time in the face of those who are unable to spend the time at work because of their family. You need to be honest, kind, and considerate of others. Thirdly, honesty comes in handy. You will need to work hard, but you have to be honest with those who you work with, and you also need to be honest with those who are your support team. Your boss will notice that your sincerity is true when you learn now to put on an act, but that you show that you are comfortable and honest with those who you deal with at work and away from work. The 4th tip that you will need to keep in mind when going for a promotion is that you need to have a good support system. Talk to your family and friends and ask them how you can put in more time at work, but also not make them feel neglected. It is very important that you learn what it takes to have the backup and support standing behind in every step to the top. Finally, the 5th tip to help you out will be the fact that you are going to have to set your priorities. You are going to have to end up deciding what is important to you. It is very important that you decide what you will need to do when forced to choose between your job and your work ethics. The boss will be proud of the fact that you stood up for what you believed in. It is very important that you learn what it takes to get the promotion. However, you will need to consider all the things that you will have to face to get the promotion and how you will overcome such obstacles. It is very important that you do everything with confidence too. Confidence is the one true way that you will be able to sell yourself and be able to get the attention that you'll need to get the promotion. The boss will make you nervous. However, you will need to learn how you can do everything you can to leave the jitters behind and begin a good, solid career while showing off your confident side. Creating a good atmosphere to be more promotable. When it comes to creating a good atmosphere for being promotable, you will find that it is all about your personality. You will want to make sure that you keep yourself in check and that you keep your attitude very important. Your ability to create a good atmosphere relies entirely on the way that you learn to approach your work style and the way that you learn to approach your working life too. You will first want to consider, when creating a good atmosphere, how you can appeal to both the co-workers and the bosses or supervisors. You will find that there are some people at work that you just hate, and it is all because they were trying too hard. Make sure that you try to get to know everyone, but you don't seem too desperate by going out of your way to get others to like you. Also, you will need to learn how to get over those who just don't seem to get you. You don't have to be friends with all your co-workers, because it is the competition that keeps the heart beating. Also, keep in mind that there are a lot of ways that you will be able to work on your relationship with your boss. You will want to learn to take the initiative to say good morning to the boss before the boss is able to say it. You will find that when you give others courtesy, you will be able to work on the relationship that you have with others. You will find that the atmosphere of the workplace is very important, and you need to have a strong relationship with your supervisor. You will also find that when it comes to creating a good atmosphere, you have to learn how to control yourself. There are going to be times when things are going to get a little hot, and you will also find that there are times where you feel you need to speak your mind. There is no way you can have a job and not come home a day or two and think that you just had to release some negative energy. However, it is the successful people who learn how to release their negativity through the ability to walk away. You don't want others to fear you, but you would like others to adore the way that you think and work as a team player. You will also find that there are a lot of other things that you can do for yourself and the co-workers so that you can keep your promotion chances strong. You need to learn how to get along with your co-workers and how you can work through your issues and show your leadership qualities. There are a lot of people who think that leadership starts with taking control. However, leadership starts with listening. If you really would like to take control of your work environment, you will want to make sure that you do everything you can to help those around you in the office, however, that you learn to treat everyone with respect. You will want to make sure that you keep in mind that there are a lot of self-discipline issues and self-control issues that you will have to deal with yourself before you try to make the environment at work positive, and you start opening your mouth up with your co-workers. Keep in mind, when put in a new situation, it's always easy to say little. You will then be able to focus on making the right first impression without causing immediate conflict and hurting your chances of an early promotion. Having good manners to be more promotable, you will find that it is very important to have manners. You will want to keep in mind that it is your manner and persona that will get a job, and that will keep the promotions coming in. If you really would like to make it in the business world, you are going to have to figure out a way so that you can get everyone to respect you. You don't have to have everyone like you, however. If they respect you, you'll be the first one up for that promotion. Keep in mind that it is very important to have good manners, since that is why most people will respect others. As long as you are kind to others, and if you use manners in the workplace, you'll be able to get others to like to approve of your promotion. First, you need to come into work and say hello to everyone. You will want to make sure that you do this so that everyone understands who you are. The worst thing to have to deal with is trying to get a promotion when no one has a clue as to who you are. This is a great way for you to be quickly kind to those who you really don't care for without showing it. It is the professional way to deal with your feelings. Secondly, you will want to show that you are willing to help anyone. When you notice others in the office getting frustrated, you should go to them and try to help them out. When you notice that there is someone falling behind in their work, you will need to go to their assistance so that you can show them your caring side. Thirdly, when someone is asking for a favor, you will need to politely try to accommodate them. But don't do it too much, because it is one way that people will take advantage of others. You will also want to think about the ways that you will tell them that you are unable to take on the workload. Do not lie to them, but simply state a quick and legitimate reason why you cannot accommodate them and move on. It is very important, though, that you sometimes take the opportunity to oblige their requests. Fourth tip is that you need to always make them feel that you are being honest. Even though you may be telling the truth, you may look like you are lying, because you do not look them directly in the eye. Also, a lot of people will feel like you don't care if you do not look them in the eye. It is very important that you glaze into their eyes every now and then, so they think that you are being sincere. Finally, you will want to keep in mind that there are a lot of different people, and they will take some of the things that you say in the wrong way. You need to take a second or two to think about what it is that you would like to say and think about how it will affect others. You will want to make sure that you watch what you say and in front of certain people. Also, take in consideration that the workplace is really not the time or the place for barroom jokes. When you learn how to take in consideration of other people's feelings before you say anything or before you do anything in the workplace, because you honestly never know what may be taken in the wrong light. Making yourself promotable for a great career. When you are looking for a better career, you need to make sure that you are allowing yourself to be more promotable. You need to think about how you should go about this subject and how you can make your life better and more successful when you are learning ways of being more promotable and using them all of your life. Think of the career path that you want to take and learn how to create the lifestyle that you have always dreamed about with a few easy steps. There are many different ways to be more promotable, but some of the ideas are stale and useless. You need to take the opportunity to advance in your company and career anytime you can. You need to take the initiative to make your career better and to move on to new and better things. There is no point in working at a job that you are not interested in. You need to make sure that you are happy with the job that you are in, and that you are doing all that you can to make yourself better and more satisfied with what you do. You need to work hard at learning how to find a good job that you are going to be good at, and that will make you happy. Once you do this, you will be able to get farther in your career and do so much more with what you have. The only alternative to not getting ahead in the career that you have chosen is to pick another form of employment. If you find that you are not moving ahead fast enough in your career, you may need to think about doing something else. You might want to try to find something else that you are good at and that you are going to enjoy. Working hard to do something that gives you pleasure at work and still gives you the credit that you deserve is important. It is said by many professionals that the only way for you to be promoted is to either leave the company for a better job, have your current employer create a new position for you, or your boss gets promoted, leaves, or retires, and you take over. In order to increase your promotion chances, you need to learn and know your boss's job and then be ready when the time comes for you to replace him or her. This is going to be a great way to get ahead and be ready for anything that may come your way. In order to be more promotable at work, you should always do more than what you are told to do. You should go beyond what the call of duty is and make sure that you are getting the credit for doing it. You want to make sure that you are doing all that you can to please the boss and do what is expected of you with the right amount of respect. Do not make promises that you cannot keep. You want to show your boss that you are serious and that you are serious no matter what. Do not say that you are going to do something and then do not follow through with it. You want to show them that you are going to make good on your word and that what you do is important and that you have every intention of doing good for the company and for the position. Let your talent and ability to do your job takes control. You want to make sure that you are taking good value in your company and that you are letting the reflection of you show off in the company. Make sure that you are jumping at any opportunity to take on new classes and forms of training if they are offered to you. Let your talent do your talking for you, and soon it may pay off so that you are getting ahead in your career and being more promotable for new experiences to come. Getting yourself emotionally promotable, believing in yourself. When you are looking to be more promotable, you need to be emotionally ready as well. You have to think about what you want and how to get it. Getting ready to make changes in your life so that you are putting your own career first is going to be the most important part of being more promotable. You have to think about the goals that you want and how to make them happen for you. You have to be dedicated to your cause and make sure that you are giving yourself the features that you need to get where you want to be. In order to be more emotionally promotable, you need to think up your game plan. The main thing that you need to do is always be ready for anything. Make sure that you are keeping yourself open to new ideas and ways of improving your career and where you are in the next 5 years. You should not give up, and you have to be aware of the fact that you can get anywhere that you want with the right state of mind. You need to believe in yourself. Talk yourself up and get excited about your career and what you are doing. Do not get down. You have to be able to pick yourself up at any given moment. Do not get upset when things do not go your way. You have to be able to enjoy life and the job that you are doing. Get out there and figure out what you want to do and how you want to make your life better. Being emotionally ready for something is the main goal in life to have. Getting your mind ready to do something is important. You have to work your way up to do something that is of value to your career or personal life. Being ready to take on challenges is something that you should be proud of and ready to do at any time. It is going to be a great resource for you and anything that you want to go after in life. Think ahead of the game plan and do not worry about things as they come up. Get yourself ready for anything and do not worry about the little things as much. When you are looking to be more promotable in your personal life and in your career, you should open up your mind a little more. Do not take things for granted. When you are proud of who and what you are doing in life, you will find that things become easier and better for you as you go. Do not let others persuade you or push you to do anything that you are not ready for. It is all about being more prepared emotionally and physically so that you benefit from it. The environment that you surround yourself in is one of the most important things. You need to eliminate the negative in your life and bring more positive into play. When you are thinking positively, you will find it easier to get where you want to be and be happier about the things that you have. Getting ready to be promotable is something that is going to be a great advantage to you and your career or personal goals. Thinking in the right way is one of the most crucial parts of being promotable. If you are having difficulty doing something that is important to you, then you have to figure out a plan of action to make it more successful. Do not get stressed out about things and let your emotional well-being take you where you want to go and in the right direction for success. Learning to control your emotions is another important method of having a good and promotable lifestyle. Treating yourself with respect is another good method of being promotable. You may need to learn how to be more respectful to yourself, and in return, you will notice that others will do the same. When you are looking to be more productive in life, you need to have the certain goals and procedures set forth so that you are able to make things work in your favor. Being promotable and making more money. Making more money by being more promotable is important. You need to be aware of the things that you are doing so that you are allowing yourself to become more efficient and happier in life. Being more promotable when you are talking about money is something that everyone wants to do. Doing well in life is one of the most productive things that you should be concerned with. However, it may take some time to make happen for you, but you need to be persistent with what you do. Taking time to think about how you can make more money is always something good. Being productive in life is going to depend on what you do and how well you do it. Being more promotable is something to be proud of even if you are not sure how to do it. When this indeed happens, you need to learn how to make yourself more assertive in life. It is going to help you along and get you to be more promotable and successful in life. Dreaming of making money is something that we all do. We all want to make more money and do more in life than what we think. It is all part of how to be more promotable and how to benefit from the things that we do in life. If there is something that you have always wanted to do in life, you should make a plan to go do it. You are not going to get anywhere unless you motivate yourself to make it happen. Allow yourself to succeed. Do not be afraid of failure. You have to allow yourself to make decisions in life that will take you to the next level. You cannot sit back and just take whatever happens. You have to be responsible for yourself and make things work for you. Being more promotable is something that you should take pride in. When you are looking to make more money and have a better profit in life, you should be ready to take on the challenges that are thrown your way. Making more money is an exciting adventure that is going to be well worth the experience and most likely a great opportunity for you. Get excited about who you are. Figure out what you are going to want in life and how you should go about getting it. You are important, and the only one that is going to worry about you is you. When you are serious about your job performance and making the money that you need, you have to be ready for leaps and bounds that are going to happen. Do not get frustrated and be proud of what you do. If you want to work for yourself, to make money, you should go for it. You need to be more promotable so that you are able to get your business ideas out there and be ready to make a profit no matter what you are doing. In order to be successful, you have to be willing to go out there and make things happen. Figure out what you want to do in life and how you want to make your money. Be excited about what you are doing and does not let anything stand in your way of opportunity. If you are working for another company and you want to be more successful, you should think of ways to make your position work for you. You need to allow yourself the ability to make money and be promotable for a better career ahead of you. Learn what you need to know and make sure that you are taking advantage of opportunities that are going to benefit you better. Learn the trades of the company and know what you want. Figure out what is going to be in your best interest to make more money and do what you need to do. It is all about your goals and how much you want to invest in your future. It is going to be an exciting time and something that you should do to promote yourself into making more money. How to get in a promotable state of mind. Getting your mind ready for success is not always easy. You need to work hard at thinking in the right direction and getting to where you need to be. Do not worry about the little things that go on and always be prepared for the next stage of the game. You need to get your mind in the promotable state of mind so that you are better able to get to where you need to be in life and all that you do. When you work in a company, you are going to have leaders and people that you have to answer to. You want them to respect you just as you do for them. It is important to put your whole heart into the work that you do so that you are not holding back from your boss and the duties that you are put in place to do. To get your mind ready for the promotable state, you need to know the business that you are in and think about the things that are most important to you. You need to be aware of the entire big picture and work towards making your life goals more acceptable to you and what you are doing. Know the daily tasks of life and what is going to be needed for the process of running and growing in the business that you are in. In order to get into your promotable state of mind, you need to know how to get things done. You should work hard at getting to know and understand what is important. Be on time and ready when you are supposed to do something. Make it easy for your boss to appreciate you and reward you for the things that you do. Be the most valuable employee in your company. You want to be in the highest percentile to make it easier for you to be promoted and accepted into the business that you are in. Having strong technical skills and working hard on projects is going to be a good sign and way to get yourself in the right state of mind for promotion. Do not fear the hard parts and do your best to create some kind of ending that is going to satisfy everyone involved. Be serious and work hard at what you do. There are many new skills and technical terms that you can use to help you be better at what you are do and make things easier for you at your job. In order to get in the right state of a promotable mind, you need to be ready to give it your all. You have to be concerned with what you are supposed to do, and when that is done, you have to work even harder and doing more. There are ways that you can get ahead of the game by learning more information that is going to help you become more valuable to your workplace. Being in the right state of mind is important for anything. You need to know when to work hard and what to do in order to make things happen for you. Having a promotable state of mind is something to be proud of and a good way to enjoy life and all that is going on. Being successful is something that you need to work hard at in order to achieve the goals and the abilities that you are looking for. Do not give up, and if something is not going the way that you expect it to, you may want to think about this for a while. Figure out a different way to go about getting what you want and being the most important part of the job. Having a promotable state of mind is going to get you prepared for the journey that you have ahead of you. Generating your own promotable state of mind. We are all set in our ways. It is hard to think how others do, and it is not always the best thing to do anyway. It is important to know what you need to do and how to get it done. When you are looking to be successful and more promotable, you need to use your ideas and follow your own methods of how to make things work out the right way for you. Generating your own promotable state of mind is one thing that is going to make things happen the way you want them. When you are sure of yourself and the way that you are doing something, you will find it to be easier to get to where you need and want to be. Having the right state of mind is important when you are looking to be the person that you want to be and to get things accomplished in the order that you need them to be. Do not think the way someone else does if it is not going to work for you. There is no reason to change your feelings about something if you do not want to. In order to be goal-oriented, you need to know what you can and cannot do. When you are looking to succeed with anything that you do, it is important to be aware of all the things that are going to get you ahead in life. This is going to apply to business and personal relationships. Having the right state of mind is going to be necessary in order to be productive in any type of situation. Do not fear the impossible and work hard to get to where you are going. If you think that there is something that you should improve on, you need to work hard at getting to where you need to be. If you wishing that you could be more promotable, you can. Remember, it is all in how you think and what you do to make it work for you. When you are confused about something or you are not sure how to handle the situation, you should turn to your inner state of mind and let it work for you. Being prepared emotionally is one way to make your ambitions and goals become a reality for you. As long as you are committed to being productive in life, you will see that things will work out for you. It is all about how you see things and what is most important for you and your goals in life. When you are not sure if you are going to be able to make things work in your favor, the one thing that you can do is control your state of mind. Without the power of your own well-being, you are not going to be able to be as successful as you think. There are many classes and seminars that are dedicated to helping people figure out what the right state of mind is for them. Being able to have a promotable state of mind is going to help a lot in everyday personal and business relationships. When you are in need of some work in this area, you should take advantage of the different programs that are offered out there and get the knowledge that you are looking for. Be patient when you are trying to find the right state of mind to be more promotable. It may not come to you all at once. However, when you are committed to being promotable, you are going to find it easier to get things in life that you want. Being successful and enjoying life at the same time is going to be something that you can be proud of. Exercising and stepping up to be promotable. When you are trying to be more promotable in life, you need to make sure that you are stepping up your game and exercising as much as you can. You need to make sure that you are taking care of your body, so that you are better able to make sure that you keep the situation under control better, so that you are not letting anything get by you. Make sure that you are doing something that you can feel good about when you are trying to be more promotable. You have to be willing to go the distance so that you can make things happen for you and be able to enjoy life to the fullest. Exercising and stepping up to be more promotable is going to be a great decision that you should make for yourself. This is the only way that you are going to be able to have everything that you want and be happy. With exercising, you are going to feel good about yourself and the way that you live. Exercise is a great opportunity to motivate you into getting ready for anything. If you are trying to think of a way to make things happen for you, the only way to do this is to make sure that you are going the distance and keeping your body in good working order. Being able to be productive in life is something that we all want to do. We all want as much as we can get out of life. If you are putting your body in shape for anything, you will not have to worry about not getting what you want and being more satisfied in your everyday life. If you are worried about being the best that you can be, you should think about getting into a good exercising program at home or in a gym. When you are moving your body and getting in shape, you are going to be happier and motivated to do more with your life. There are so many endless possibilities that could be yours if you only give it the chance. You need to be more promotable in life and in the everyday things that you do. If you have the opportunity to do something, you need to go after it and make it work out right for you. There are going to be so many great things that are going to make you happy in life. Why let them pass you by? Get in shape and ready for great things to happen to you and being more promotable in life. And with all that you do, exercising is going to make you promotable because you are going to be able to make things work for you no matter what. There are many different ways to exercise, and you should do what is going to make you feel good about your body. It is all a state of mind. If your body is feeling good, you will notice that your mind is going to be free and more open as well. There are so many great ways to make sure that you are getting what you need and living life to the fullest. Promoting your health is one way of being more promotable in life. You have to care about your body and what you are doing. Make sure that you are allowing yourself the freedom to make things happen for you, and allow yourself the possibilities to move forward and be who you want to be. There are so many great things in life, and when you are better, able to handle them, you will feel as if you are accomplishing more goals and being the person that you have always wanted to be. Using books to help you be more promotable. Reading is one of the most important things you can do for yourself. Your mind and body is the most important things that you should think of. You need to be prepared and ready for challenges that are coming your way. Get yourself ready and relax with a great book, and one that is going to make you more promotable. There are great works on the market that will a great advantage to most. Using books to help you be more promotable is a great idea. So many books out, there are going to offer great resources for getting your life figured out. You will find a great amount of help with the books that are done by authors that know what they are talking about. They know the facts and the advice that is going to give people the best help possible. Learning what to do in certain instances is something that anyone can appreciate. Books will help you do just this in the most important times in your life. When you are looking for good motivational books to help you move along and be more productive in life, You should go about looking for them in the right places. So many great bookstores out there can help you get to where you want to be. The books and the help that is on the market today is something that is going to be a great and valuable tool. You can read the list of books and take the advice that is offered to you. Getting the right book for your situation is going to be important. You want to be sure that you are reading something that is going to be of great help to you and make you a stronger person for it. You can look online too for great reading material that is going to help you be more productive in life and help you get to where you want to be. Think about this for a few minutes. What are you looking for in life? Are you sure of what you want and how to get it? If not, you might as well starting reading your way to the top. This is going to be one of the best ways to get where you need to be. You will find that learning is something that is very exciting for you to do, and it is going to be a great advantage to anyone that is looking to expand his or her horizons and become more energized in life. Reading is a great power. Finding books about self-improvement or empowerment is going to be a great way to get ahead of your game. When you are looking to find more information about something that is going to be valuable for you, reading is the way to do it. If you are not someone that can sit down and read a book easily, you may want to go online and find what you are looking for. There are great ways to get excited about being more promotable. There are plenty of articles online that are going to help you get ahead. You will find that when you are looking to be more promotable, the online help is going to be a great advantage to you. Think about what you want to do with your life. Do you want to be more promotable in your business and professional life? If so, you need to take risks and make choices that are going to be good for you. It is not always easy to get to this point, but you will find it easier when you have the right information. Books can help you with the promotable skills that you are looking for to keep you motivated and moving in the right direction. Books that help you be more promotable are something that you should really learn more about. Having goals and dreams is very important. You need to be more promotable in the areas that you want to improve on. If you are learning as you go with the help of books that offer you what you are looking for, take the time to invest in your learning ability and read as much as you can. This will give you the ability to make your life better and give you the tools that you need to make life a little easier and more promotable. Clearing your mind to be more promotable. When you are looking to be more promotable, you need to find a way to clear your mind. Having a clear mind is something that is very important and will give you the ability to make your goals in life seems more approachable. Learning to clear your mind will give you the power to be more successful and goal-oriented with everything that you do. There are a few things that you can do to clear your mind to be more promotable. You should choose a target for your focus point. You need to clear your mind by concentrating on something that is not going to be so impossible. When you are able to think freely and use your mind in a more productive way, you will be more promotable for many of the issues that you are dealing with in life. Think about something that makes you happy. If you are filling your mind and soul with happy thoughts, you are going to be better able to take in the enjoying parts of life. Think about the sights and smells that are pleasing to you. This will help you clear your mind better and get you focused on what is important in life now. When you are involved with stressful situations, you have to be able to think freely and be more creative with your relaxing techniques. Remember, if you are too stressed out, you are only going to hurt yourself and you will not be as productive as you hoped for. The idea is to not think about what is bothering you so much. You need to let things go and be responsive with the issues that will help you to be more promotable. If you find that you are thinking too much about something, you should take a break. Find something that makes you happy and do it. If you have a hobby that you are interested in, you need to take some time out and do that for a while. Do something that is going to give you enjoyment and let you take some time out for yourself. This is going to be the best way to make issues a little easier on you gets you off to a good start by being more promotable. There are breathing and meditation techniques that you may just want to try first. You need to learn how to release the anxiety and tension that is found in the everyday, normal duties of life. When you are able to let go and breathe easier, you will find that work issues and even personal goals are more approachable and easier to reach. Give it your all and do not be afraid to let others know that you are taking some time out for yourself and that this is the only way to make it work for you. Do not create more stress for yourself by worrying about one thing too much. You need to revitalize your mind and clear your mind of the pressing issues that are hurting your inner being. Allowing time to yourself is going to be one way to figure out what your goals are in life and how to be more promotable with everything that you are trying to accomplish. It is going to be a great way to have pride in yourself and all that you are working so hard to achieve. Remember, it is all about your attitude. You need to make sure that you have a positive attitude and one that is going to take you to new and higher places in life. If you are worried all the time, you are only going to be hurting yourself and giving yourself a negative outlook on life. Being open to new things and willing to change your negative attitude to a more positive one is going to be the key for a successful and healthy relationship. How to eliminate promotable mistakes. Eliminating promotable mistakes is something that everyone should try and do when they get the chance. Making sure that you are able to figure out what mistakes you are making to better your career or your personal life is going to be the best way to get where you need to be. Thinking about promotable mistakes before you do them is one way to keep you on the right track and to make it easier for you are more productive with what you do. There are many mistakes that a person can make. However, when you are aware of the bad, you will find it difficult to make as many mistakes in life, and this can lead to a more profitable future ahead. Having the ability to learn from your mistakes is something that you want to do. When you are trying to be a better person, you will want to work on the areas that are holding you back. Mistakes are going to be made, and you need to work on this for any type of promotable career. Think about some of the mistakes that you make and how you could handle the situation for the next time. You may want to go about the situation differently so that you are not putting yourself at risk for making so many bad choices. Think before you do things, and this will be a good way for you to eliminate promotable mistakes. If you are using your mind and thinking before you proceed with your actions, you will find it harder to make mistakes so that you are more confident in your goals. When you find that you are in a difficult situation, you may want to try to find different ways around it. If you know that one idea is not the best choice for you, it may be a good idea to think about something else for a while. Make sure that you are doing all that you can to come up with new ideas when possible. Do not be afraid to use the advice of others when you are trying to eliminate promotable mistakes. You need to take into consideration what everyone else is thinking and use this to better yourself and get ahead. Make sure that you are following through on your goals. In order to eliminate mistakes, better you may find it necessary to change something in your life. You may want to use your goals and apply them when needed. If you are not sure of something, you should talk to others and find out if your ideas are worth using, or if you should think about some other way around it. You do not want to make the same mistakes twice, and in fact, you need to be careful at this point. Keeping an open mind to new and fresh ideas is always a good thing. Do not worry about what others think or say about you. If you are sure of yourself and what you are doing, there is no reason why you should not go out there and go after what you want. There are many different opinions in the world, and not everyone else is going to be right. You may find that sometimes, in fact, you are not right either. However, the only real way to learn is by your mistakes. You will find that this is going to be the best way to get on track and to learn what is needed to go about the situation differently next time. As long as we are getting some good information from the wrong that we do, it is a good learning experience. Realizing that we are doing something wrong is the best way to know how to fix and eliminate the promotable mistakes that are making. Knowing what to do when the time is right is going to be one goal that we all need to work on more so that we can be good at what we do in our career and in our personal life as well. Being resourceful when being more promotable, you will find that there is a lot to gain when you put yourself in the position of being quality for a promotion. You will know that not only will you think that you are getting more done, but the company will see you as being more resourceful, and then you will be more likely to get that promotion and continue to get those promotions. Make sure that you take in consideration the way that you appear to the company and the way that you appear to others. Keep in mind that when you make yourself resourceful, you will be more likely to be promotable. The first tip on how to be more resourceful is to learn how to put in time. You will need to make sure that you are available 24/7. This may be harder for some people who have a family. However, you will find that the minute that you make yourself so available, you are going to put more hours in at work, and you may get paid more, depending if you are hourly or salary, and you'll also get the respect from the higher managers. It is very important that you learn how to put in the time at work. Secondly, you need to be working and continuously working. Even if it is a slow day, you are going to have to force yourself into being better. You will need to go around asking people for help, doing anything to stay busy. Keep in mind that if you are not working with the company, you are working against the company. The boss doesn't want to pay someone for nothing, so you need to make sure that you are continuously working. Third way to be resourceful is to lend a hand whenever needed. If you notice a coworker getting deeper and deeper in procrastination, then you need to step up and give them a prep talk. But you will also want to lend a helping hand. You will also find that when your day is going very slow, you'll still need to go around and let all know that you are more than willing to help out. You will want to make sure that you give others the chance to finish their work on their own. However, you just need to let them know that you are the fallback guy to turn to. Fourth tip that you will need to keep in mind is that you will need to be reliable. You can't just punch in whenever you want to or take as many breaks as you want. You will need to set the standard that others will admire. You will need to make sure that you talk yourself out from the procrastination, and you think every time you do something how it would look like to the boss. You have to be the example that everyone follows. That is the best way that you can be resourceful. You may not be able to help everyone with their projects. However, you will be able to help others focus on things like their work ethics, because you will be the perfect example. The fifth and final tip on how to be more resourceful to be more promotable, you will find that it is about being a leader. You need to go to some of your coworkers and give them some motivation to press on with their tasks and work. You will be the one that encourages others to be better or to strive for a faster pace. You will find that there is a lot of things that you can encourage your coworkers to be better workers, and that is what will make you a good leader. Time management for being more promotable. You will find that when it comes to being a promotable person, you will need to learn how to work with time management. You will find that for the procrastinator, you may want to take a class on time management, or you may want to go online and study the subject. You will need to learn how to prioritize your agenda, and you will also need to learn how to get yourself motivated and started quickly. You will find that your whole day may matter clear down to the final minutes. You will need to learn how to get yourself on track and on schedule, and you will also need to learn where you can cut the corners and where you are going to have to slow down. The first thing that you have to do is put a to-do list in order of what is important to you and what is important to the company. You will want to set a deadline for how long you can pay attention to each task. You will also need to keep in mind that there are deadlines that you are going to have that were not placed on your shoulders by yourself, but others have given you the deadlines. Regardless, you are going to have to learn to work towards achieving your goals on time. This is called prioritizing. Once you have all your tasks in order, you will need to set a given and specific time that you can spend on that task for the day. If you notice that you are getting off task or off schedule, then you are going to have to learn how to bring yourself back to the subject of focus. You will find that it is very important for you to be able to bring yourself back, rather than having your boss jump down your throat. This means that you are going to have to make yourself self-motivated, and you are also going to have to self-discipline yourself so that you can stay on focus. If you do notice that you are falling behind, you will want to stop and take the second and think about where you can make up that time. This means that you may have to cancel a date or cross something off your to-do list. You will want to make sure that when you prioritize that you think about the times where you may just be running late. You will need to figure out what it is that you can do to help yourself get back on track. But you will also need to think about the tasks that you can cut around or quickly do. It is very important that you learn how to use time management so that you can keep yourself focused. You will want to make sure that you think about all the things that you will need to accomplish by the end of the day. If there are some important issues unresolved at the end of the day, you may have to stay late, since no one likes putting in the overtime, especially when they are salary workers. Then you are going to have the self-discipline to say no to yourself and stay to finish. You will find that it can be a difficult task, however, if you learn how to deal with your tasks one at a time and give yourself time limits. Then you should be able to stay focused and on task. You may end up being surprised to know just how much time management is needed in your daily life. However, you will find that it is time management that takes you from the childlike state of mind to a more professional state of mind. Speaking up for yourself and learning to be promotable. A lot of people do not realize that it is appropriate to stick up for oneself. However, you will need to learn what it takes to be a leader and what it means to simply be a pushy person. The last thing that you will want to do is make yourself look unpromotable. But you may feel like you have to speak up for yourself. There is a time for everything, and you will want to keep in mind that you'll need to speak up for yourself at times. But then you may need to bite your tongue on some things. First, you need to pick your battles. If you are constantly standing up for yourself, you will want to know that others are just going to see you as being difficult. However, you may want to ask yourself if this is something that you really care about, or if this is something that you just seem to be slightly offended about. Although there is no room for any type of disrespect at the office, you should know that it could be the type of person and not you. You need to consider the criticism and who is dishing it out. If it happens to be someone who does matter to you, then you need to take it with a grain of salt. You will also want to consider your timing. Sometimes that boss is going to go off at you. You will want to consider the fact that there are many different people that you will deal with, and that the boss has just as many. You may be the person that they saw first and need someone to go out on. If you handle your boss's outbursts professionally, you will be able to avoid the confrontation, but you will also be able to avoid feeling hostile later. Although you do know that you cannot go against authority, you will need to use some points of reason to see that they are calmed down. You will want to make sure that you think about the timing and how the other person is feeling. They may have a legitimate reason for losing, but you were the only one in sight. Keep that in mind. Also, you need to consider your own attitude. When you are getting bawled out at, you need to take a moment inside your head to calm yourself down. There is a lot of trouble to be seen when you allow your emotions to run your feelings. You can't allow this to happen. You will need to consider that there are a lot of other people who matter, and that you will need to keep yourself under wraps at all times. When you feel yourself becoming enraged with emotion, you will need to ask to be excused and just take the moment for yourself so that you can get out of the sticky situation and put yourself in a healthy situation. It is very important that you learn what you can do for yourself when it comes to confrontations. You need to learn how to gain a little bit of self-control, and that you actually think about everything that you are thinking to everything that you believe that you are going to say. The last thing that you will want to do is go off on the wrong person. You will also need to consider your own feelings before you go blabbering about your emotions. It is a hard thing to do, but you cannot allow your emotions speak for you. You need to learn how to stand up for yourself and how to do it beautifully so that you don't put your future promotions and job in jeopardy. You need to learn to handle the situation with the highest respect, learning how to enhance your everyday life by being promotable. Keep in mind that there is a lot that you can do to make your life seem better. You will want to keep in mind that your life can be enhanced by many of the same characteristics that you need to have to be more promotable. You will want to keep in mind that there are 5 main characteristics that will help get you the promotion. You will find that the following tips will not only make you look more promotable, but that you will also be able to enhance your everyday life. First, no good deed goes unnoticed. You will find that there are a lot of things that you will be able to do. However, you will need to make sure that you learn how to push yourself to work harder and harder, even when you don't feel like it. Keep in mind that the more you work and the harder that you work, you will be able to reap more and more benefits. You will need to learn how to work hard for the things that you want, so that you can see just how enhanced your everyday life has become. You will also learn to value things more properly. You will want to keep in mind that there are a lot of things that you can do, but the first thing that you need to do is learn how to work hard. Secondly, you need to learn how to use your coworkers and other people around you as a support system. Keep in mind that a support system needs to be able to give and take. This means that you are going to have to learn to seek comfort in the words and aids of others, but you are also going to have to give your time and energy to those who need you too. This is a give and take relationship, and you will need to learn how to make a balance. Thirdly, you will need to have a good attitude. Keep in mind that there are times where you will make a profit, and then there are times where you are going to take a loss. The key is learning from your mistakes and not allowing the mistakes to harden you. You will find that there are a lot of things that you are going to have to put up with at the office, but you will not only need to fake a smile, but you should always be genuinely positive about your work and your career within the company. It is the positive attitude that will carry you far in your career, and you will then be able to acquire more things to be thankful for. You also need to learn how to become a leader. That means that you are going to have to find ways that you can keep yourself motivated, but also you will need to learn how to motivate others. It is very important that you learn how to become a good leader, because it is your leadership qualities that will carry you through the bad times and get you the promotions. Again, your payoff for being a leader will be great. You will be able to have materialistic things, but you will also be able to grow as a person too. Finally, you need to learn how to strive. You need to learn how to go the distance. Even when you quit, you need to learn how to pick up the pieces and move on. You need to be flexible. You need to learn when it is best to push yourself, and then you need to learn when you have met your limits. You will want to keep that in mind with everything that you do, rather it be at work or somewhere else. Taking classes to be more promotable, you will find that there is a lot of things that you will be able to do to make yourself look good in front of the boss. However, you will find that there is a lot of things that you will be able to do for yourself that will help you look good at work. Taking classes is something that you can do for yourself, and it is something that you can do to go further with the company that you are working for. You will find that it is a great thing to tap into. Education is the way to true happiness, because you will be able to know if you have gone as far as you would like, or if you would like to reach bigger and better things. There is a lot of responsibility that comes with most jobs, and when you get the proper education, you will be able to focus on becoming more educated and a better candidate for promotion. You don't have to go back to school as a permanent student, but there are lots of people who will take their time and just be a part-time student while working. You will want to make sure that you consider your options when it comes to the educational situation. You can be a part-time student, or you could become a full-time student and work less. It all depends on what types of responsibilities it is that you have, but you should definitely think about the money. You need to consider that there are people who pay their workers to continue their education. You may be able to go to school for free if you read what your employer is willing to offer to you. You will also want to consider that there aren't part-time students who get the grants, but they get loans instead. The money situation may be the one thing that holds you back. However, you will find that you will need to continue your education at some point. While you are deciding your educational options along with the money, you will also need to consider what it is that the education will give you. You may end up getting into more responsibility than you can handle. You may want to wager if the education is worth it. You may be happier staying where you are at the company. However, most people live to strive for things that are better. You will want to consider your options when it comes to the education. There are a lot of people who find out that their professional no longer interests them, and they go back to school for something else. It's all a possibility. Keep in mind that your boss will love the fact that you are taking a personal interest in your own education, and it will be something that will get you the promotion. Your boss will figure that if you are willing to take a few classes, then you must be dedicated to your field and to the company that you work for. There is a lot to be gained through continued education. When you go back to school, it does show some level of devotion, and you will be able to make a good impression on the boss. Keep in mind that you will need to learn how to be more resourceful with the knowledge that you are going to be gaining from the classes. You will also find that even if you don't get the promotion, you will be able to find new and interesting things to think about, and you'll have some personal growth from getting the education. Taking a chance and being promotable, taking some risks, can make you be a successful person. There are thousands of people who threw away good money on a hunch, and they actually see a profit. People do it all the time when investing in the stock market. The only thing is that you have to know when to take the chance and when to hold back. You will find that being promotable means that you need to assess your risk and see what you should do. The key thing is that it's not always easy to assess your risk. In fact, there are a lot of people who will place their bets on something that has happened according to pattern and then was given a curveball and lost it all. Risk is risk, no matter how much research that you do. Keep in mind that it is the research that will make you feel more likely to take the risk, but you just never know. There are a lot of people who like to play it safe. However, you will want to keep in mind that you can't do that. You need to take the risks, and sometimes you need to take the wrong risks and hope that they work out, because that is what is necessary to go far in the business world. Sometimes you will find that life at work can be much like a poker game. If you really want to make the promotion, you just have to bet it all hope you don't lose your shirt in the process. You will want to make sure that you take some caution when it comes to any risk. However, you will find that there is a lot to gain from safe risks and wild risks. So, how do you know if you are placing a good bet or a wild bet. You will find that it is history that sets a pattern. Most of the time, history will repeat, but you never know when you are going to get your curveball. So that is why you do a thorough research. You will want to research the background and also come up with some case examples. You will want to think about what could happen in a positive way, in a negative way, or what you would need to break even. You will also need to know what the risks are and what you could gain from the risk. You may end up finding that it's simply just not worth it. You will also find that it could be a great investment as long as you use some caution. You will also want to think about getting the opinion of several of your co-workers, and you will only want to ask those who you trust and respect in the business sense. You will want to make sure that you are getting advice that you can trust, and not just another crazy person trying to talk you into something. Taking a chance could be a little bit of a risk that you aren't willing to take. However, you should always trust your first gut feeling because it is usually right. You will want to make sure that you take all the supporting details into consideration before you make a choice that will not only put your promotion at risk, but your job as well. Make sure that you could live with the positive side effects and the negative side effects. If you don't think that you can handle your negative possible side effects, then you may want to consider taking a hike and letting the opportunity pass you up. You will also want to pass on an opportunity that really doesn't give you much positive reactions either. It just simply won't be worth it. Preparing yourself for a promotable career move. When you are looking for a good career move, you will need to make sure that you are doing all that you can to be more promotable. Think about how you can promote your career with the resources that you have now. When you are seriously looking for something to help you get along in life, you should take the time to make the right choices for your productive career. When you are preparing yourself for a more promotable career, you are going to want to think about the type of career that you are in and how you want to make it better. There are ways to go about getting what you want when you want it. The most important thing that you need to do is make sure that you are using your best judgments to get to where you need to be. When you are thinking about something that is important to you, it is always a good idea to keep an open mind. You need to be productive in the things that you do so that you are getting to where you want to be in life. It is going to be something that you have to work hard to do, but the rewards are going to pay off for you in the end. You are going to be happy with the results, so that you are getting the promotable career that you are after. If you are working hard to do something that makes you happy, you will be more promotable in life and with your personal work as well. Your personal and your professional career are going to be important to happiness. If you are always worrying about something, you are going to find it hard to make your life better and to go where you want to be. You might want to find ways around worrying all the time and do the things that make you happy. If you are thinking about a better career move, you should do what you need to so that you are doing what you like the most. If you are using your abilities to be better at what you do and being happy, you will find it easier to be promotable in life. Using all of the resources that you know to better yourself and get ahead in your career will be something that you are going to appreciate repeatedly. Read up on all that you can about your career to better yourself and be more promotable. When you are sure that you are doing what you need to, it is going to be much easier and faster to get where you want to be. It is important to always consider the different goals and abilities that you want. Get involved in all of the ways to make you more promotable. Get excited about your career move and make all the necessary improvements in your life that you need to. Once you have this accomplished, you will be able to make decisions to have a more promotable career. If you are uncertain what type of career path you want, you should make sure that you are doing all that you can to get where you need to be. Once you know what type of career you want, you should use your goals and your abilities to go after the promotable lifestyle that you want. This is going to make your life better and easier the next time you are trying to get ahead in your next career move. This will help you better achieve your goals and figure out what changes you need to make the most in your life. Taking advantage of promotable events. Usually many events are going on to help a person with any interests that they may have. Using promotable events is something that can help you become more successful in life and in many goals that you may want to have. Think about the different options that you may have. Think about the help that you are looking for. And then you may find that there is a certain event available to help you succeed better in life. There are usually promotable events going on all the time in different locations. One thing that you need to do is make sure that you are following through with the different events and taking advantage of them as you go. This will help you better yourself and get the promotable career that you are looking for. It is going to be an exciting way to move up the ladder and go where you want to in life. There is no point in wasting time when you are looking to be more promotable. There are things in life that you cannot afford to miss. Using all of your abilities to make a situation more promotable for you is going to be something that you enjoy. Having a disappointment in your life can make it hard to concentrate on all the good things in life. You need to use your resources well so that you are not putting yourself at risk for falling behind in your goals and dreams. Many great seminars and events are going to make you more promotable in life, no matter what you are planning. Having a plan of action and meeting your goals will be a good way to make yourself more promotable. Learning to be more productive is another good way to be successful in life. You can do this and make improvements to your personal and career life. Going to certain events can help you become a stronger and more qualified person altogether. You will find it easier to be more promotable after you take advantage of these great events that are there to help you survive the problems that can arise with anyone. Make sure that you are doing all that you can to make things easier on yourself when it comes to being happy and successful. Dreaming of making it big one day is something that we all might do. We want to be as successful as we can and still do everything that we have dreamed about. Taking advantage of the great events that are out there can be one way to make things better and to find out about tips and advice that will make our goals much better and easier for us to handle. If you find out that there is an event in your future and you can take advantage of it, you should make sure that you are doing all that you can to bring as much information to your business or personal life as possible. These events are very exciting to check out. You can go alone or with some of your friends or business colleges. You will find it to be very refreshing and exciting to get as much knowledge as possible in the area that you want to be. Anytime you find a good event that will help you be more promotable, you should take the opportunity to make it work. The events will usually have a good speaker to give you the information that you are looking for, as well as give you the help that you need to be more promotable. You will usually also have some type of food or refreshments given to you as well. It is a great time and one that you will appreciate because you will have the learning tools that you need to be more promotable. How to make yourself more promotable using tips. When you are trying to be more promotable, you need to use any tips and hints that you can. There are plenty of resources to use when you are trying to become more promotable. Having tips and available help when needed is going to be a great resource for anyone that wants to have the promotable lifestyle that they deserve. Do not be afraid when you are looking to become more promotable. You should use anything that you can to get you on the right track to become a more responsible and more promotable person. Getting good use from tips that you find is going to make it much easier to be more successful in your career and your personal life as well. Take advantage of the different places that you can turn to so that you are getting the most of your promotable situation. There are plenty of online sites that can help you find tips and hints to become more promotable. Think about these resources and use them wisely. Online resources are very helpful to anyone that is looking to get ahead in their career and move forward with new prospects and goals. Using tips that you find can help you with questions and concerns that you may have in everyday life and any promotable changes. Are you tired of doing the same old thing all the time? If you want to have a change, you should consider going out there and finding new and different ways of getting ahead with your promotable ideas. Working hard to be who you want to be is something that should be a motivation to you, so that you keep working hard for what you need in life. Use your goals and ideas to be more productive. If you are still having a hard time finding tips for a more promotable lifestyle, you should ask around. So many great people out there are willing to help you with your goals and be more promotable in anything that you do. Working hard and using your ideas to get ahead is something that you may need to learn more about. Having the ability to work through your issues and be more successful is something that you should use to grow. Tips are great for being more productive and getting what you need from any type of situation. Changing your ideas about how to be more promotable is something that many people need to do. If you have one idea stuck in your head that is not working for you, the most important thing that you can do is get a different resource. Using all of the available resources out there is something that you may want to try first before you move forward to more interesting ideas. It is not going to hurt to use your ideas and tips that you find just to see if they are going to work. If you think that you are going to learn something from the tips that you find, you should try them. If you realize that they are not working, you can try something else and move on. The only way to find out is to try it first. Getting excited about your promotable career is going to be a big thing for you. It is going to be crucial to your success as a person and in any type of professional situation that you can think of. You have to be willing to take the time to learn about the promotable ideas and tips that are out there so that you can be more educated on how to be successful. Use word of mouth too. Take the advice that you can get from others and use it in the right places. Not everything works for everyone, and it is very important to understand this so that you are not disappointed if a tip does not go your way. You need to know that there are much more ideas out there that you can try until you finally get outcome that you are looking for. Testing your limitations to be more promotable. Testing out your limitations to be more promotable is something that you need to do. Having something work for you is going to be the only way that you get to where you want to be in life. You need to make sure that you are using all of your abilities so that you are getting to be as promotable as you can with the limitations that you have. Limitations are something that we all have to deal with in our lives. We need to realize that we all have instances that we cannot perform up to our duties. Knowing our limitations and trying to set higher standards for ourselves is something that we all try to do. It is going to be important that we do our best to figure out a plan of action to get our limitations higher and to set better standards for ourselves. This is the only real way to make things easier and better in our day-to-day lives, as well as our professional careers as well. Think of the things that you have always wanted to do. Make sure that you are doing all that you can to get to where you want to be in life. If there is something holding you back, you need to figure out a way to move past it. There are plenty of reasons out there that you may not succeed. The main goal that you should have is to move past these problems and get ahead to where you need and want to be. Test out your limitations to be more promotable. Are you ready for anything? Do you know how to handle yourself in certain situations? There are going to be resources that you may want to try out so that you are not put in such a difficult position of learning how to function better in certain instances. Realizing what your limitations are and how to overcome them is going to be one of the most important goals that you can have. Figure out what you are doing in your life and how you want to achieve your main goals. There are going to be many different things in life that worry you. Getting past these problems is something that you need to do and work on to make your life better and more achievable. Do not feel as if you have to do something or not do something because you are not sure if it fits into your limitations or not. You have to make strides in your life to be better and to have great confidence in anything that you do no matter what. The key to being successful and achieve your goals in your personal and business career is to test out your limitations. You need to go after your dreams and all the things in life that are most important to you. Do not be afraid to move forward and go after dreams that you have always had. If you are not sure if you have the resources to do something, you should learn how to be more productive and get what you need. Being promotable means that you need to think up new ideas that is going to make your life easier so that you are able to get to where you want to be. Do not be upset or worried if you think that your limitations are too low. If you think that you can get more out of life, then you should go after what you need. Making sure that you have the right connections and all the right resources to get where you need to be in life is going to be one of the most important goals that you can have. Having your goals and needs out there in the open for you to think about is going to be a very crucial point. You need to make yourself aware of these limitations so that you can go out there and gather up the ideas and tools that you may need to get on the right path to a more successful lifestyle. Having that promotable attitude, being able to have the right attitude, is something that you need to think about. You have to make sure that you are keeping a positive feeling towards your promotable lifestyle. One of the best assets in life that you can have is a good attitude. You will find that you can be more successful in life and have more respect from others when you have a good attitude. You will notice that when you have a good attitude, you will have better relationships and you can have better quality of life. If you have a great attitude already, you can always stand some improving. With every improvement you make to your attitude, you will have less troubles in your life. The better your attitude is, the easier it will be to resolve conflicts and have a better outcome with problems that you face. Your health is also going to be better when you are using a promotable attitude. You will have less stress in your body, and this will give you a happier and healthier body. You will less chance of negative problems arising in your life, and you will have a more positive outlook for your body and mind. You will be able to make money in your professional career as well. People that are hired and promoted because of their attitudes, because of skill and knowledge, are going to have a chance at getting more in life. You will be able to be more successful and make more money as you go. Do not forget, with a better attitude for a more promotable lifestyle, you will be able to make better decisions about life. Studies will show that people are more creative and able to reason better when they are in a good mood with a great attitude about things. Attitude is one of the most important techniques in life to have. You can have a more promotable life with the right attitude. Concentrate on having a good attitude, and this will be one of the best ideas that you can have. Make it a first priority in life to have a better attitude. You will be able to change your outlook on life and have better thoughts in life as well. You will feel better about yourself, which in return will give you more energy to exercise more and get a better quality of life. With a good attitude, you will be better able to get more sleep. Make your attitude one of your most important qualities. It should be something that you continuously work on to have a more promotable lifestyle and be able to get more out of life than what you think you should settle for. This is all going to give you a better relationship with your family and friends and will give you something to feel good about. No matter what you think, you can make your attitude better. This is something that you will have to work on. You need to commit to this idea and learn how to make the most of your lifestyle. Find what works for you and let everything else go. Make your attitude your best asset, and be proud of who you are so that you can have the better and more promotable capabilities that you are after in life. Having all of this is going to be a great benefit to you and to all that know you as well. Proven ways to make you more promotable in life. Being more promotable is something that we all should work hard at being. It is a delicate subject and one that should not be taken lightly. The hard part about being more promotable is that you need to determine what your boss will consider promotable behavior and making the right adjustments that will be good for you and for everyone else involved. You need to figure out what you or your boss wants from you first. This will apply to your personal life and your business life as well. When you are observing what the needs of everyone are, you will be better able to understand what the importance of it all is. You need to think about the performances that you do and how you achieve your current goals. Look for ways to make your life easier and more successful, and then go after them. You need to be creative when you are looking for a more promotable lifestyle. Using your creativity is something that can take you to new and more interesting places. When you are able to let your expression of creativity come out, you will feel better about yourself and all of the goals that you have towards life. You need to pick the features that are going to help you become who you want to be and take you to new levels in life. Let everyone know that you have more to offer. Take the opportunity to do this whenever you are ready for more promotable lifestyle or when you want to go further in your career. You should take the time to think about what you can do to make yourself more valuable to the company and go after it. Do what you feel is right and make decisions that are going to be best for you and your situation. Keep good records of what you are doing. If you are looking to be more promotable in your career, you should keep exact records of the accomplishments that you have in life. You need to keep these records so that you can use them to help you determine what you need to do and to show others what you have already done. It is hard to dispute your accomplishments when you have them down on paper and recorded. You can also develop new ideas for your promotable lifestyle. This can be done for work or for play. There is always something to think about, and you can concentrate on making good choices and bringing new ideas to the table when possible. Take the initiative to be a more creative person and bring in new ideas and creations when possible. Do not be afraid to try something different, and let this be a learning experience for you. You will find that the only way to make a difference in your own life is if you take the time to make changes where needed and be the more promotable person that you are dreaming of. Get more training if you think that you need it. This can be for home experiences or for your career. If you want to learn more and become more productive, you will have no excuses not to go after it and insist that you make it in life. You cannot accept failure as an option. You need to be strong and think about the goals and dreams in life that you have. When you are taking chances and making good decisions about your promotable career, you will find that life gives you so much more, and you can expect to have a full and prospective lifestyle as well. How to make your dreams more promotable for life. Dreaming is something that we all do. We all want to have a better life and live the way that makes us happy. Think of the things that you would better your life and make your dreams more promotable. Are you sure that you have everything that you need in life? If you are not happy, you need to make the necessary changes to promote a better and happier lifestyle. Being more promotable is something that you will find helpful in your ways of thinking. Use your brain to come up with negotiable goals that will help you become more helpful in anything that you are doing. You need to remember your dreams to be more promotable in life, and to use goals and ideas to get as far as you can with just about anything. Dreams are something that you should get excited about. You need to be ready for a future that is going to be exciting and give you the pleasure that you are looking for. Take time out of your fast-paced life to think about your dreams and goals and how you want to live. Make sure that you are getting exactly what you need to be the success story that you are looking for. Keep motivated to make your dreams come true. If you lose sight of what is important to you, you may find that things only get worse as you go. You will need to make sure that you are using all of the tools that you find in life to bring you closer to being more successful at whatever you want to do. Being more promotable will be a great trait to have. Make sure that you give everything your best shot. When you are working hard at getting something accomplished, you will take more pride in what you do and how well you do it. Giving 100% is one of the best ways to live your life. If you are always trying your best and doing what you need to do, you will find it much easier to be a great success. We all want to be successful in life. We always want to be happier in life and make sure that we are doing all that we can to be more promotable. The way that you live your life is going to depend on how much you dream and how far you are willing to take your actions. Are you looking for more excitement to make you happy? Are you trying to make it in life without doing something that you know you have to? It is always going to be better when you are applying your goals and dreams to your everyday life and making sure that you are living by these rules. You need to keep motivated and one step ahead of what everyone else is doing. Dreaming about what you are going to do in life is always a good thing. You have to be able to bring your goals and ambitions to a reality. If you are not producing a good method of living, you are not going to be happy, and in return, you are going to regret it later on down the road. You need to be more productive and use your goals and dreams as your backbone, and make sure that you are following through on any dreams and goals that you may have. Giving it all you have is something that you are going to be proud of down the road, and there is no reason why you should make life as great as it should be. Dreaming is a great way to promote your ideas and think of new and interesting ways to become happier and be more productive in life, no matter what you are doing. Working hard to be more promotable for success. Being successful is a great goal to have for anyone. We all want to have a good life, and with that come happiness and success. Using all of our traits to become as successful as we can is something that we defiantly appreciate and be grateful for too. Make sure that if you are looking for more success, you are working as hard as you can to get there. Being persistent is one trait that you need to have. You need to make sure that you are getting ahead in life and doing all that you can for both yourself and for others. Being successful and working hard is not going to mean anything if you are not happy. With a few traits, you can be as successful and happy as you want to be, and it is going to be something that you can defiantly be proud of. Persistence is going to pay off for you when you use it right. You want to be serious in any type of work that you do, whether it is for your personal life or a career. Working hard is a great trait to have, and this will mean that you need to be good at what you do and make your dreams and goals come true as you go through life. There are so many programs out there that can help you get where you need to be, as well as find happiness that you have been looking for. Being dependable is another good resource for you to have. You need to be sure that you are very reliable and dependable for anything that you do. If you are committing to something or a certain event, you need to make sure that you are there and that you do all that you need to so that you are putting yourself in the right path for success. Being promotable for success is something that you need to take seriously so that you are getting the most of life. Take challenges when you can. If you want to strengthen your skills and limit your weaknesses, having a challenge or two in your life is going to help you through it. You will be a stronger person and make difficult choices easier when you are able to handle a challenge with ease. Do not get worried and use your best intentions to make things easier for you as it goes. Take inventory of whom you are. Is there something else that you could do to make your life easier and more promotable. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. Allowing yourself the right to be more successful is going to help you cruise through life better. You will be able to enjoy things so much more and be free to make choices that you have not thought about before. It is going to be something creative and exciting at the same time. Figure out what you want the most and take the challenge. Get ready for new things and do not concentrate too much on anything that you cannot have. You need to be prepared, because in the end, this is what will help you succeed the most. Take chances and go after the impossible. If you are looking for something to fulfill your life, you should in fact make sure that you are trying to get what you know you can have. It may be hard, but if you are determined to make something yours, and to give yourself the confidence that you need to make it happen. Hard work is something that you should be proud of no matter what. Being a hard worker will surely pay off for you in the end and help you achieve the promotable success that you are craving in life. Using your goals to become more promotable. Goals are so important to have for anyone. It is crucial to happiness and living life to the fullest. Make sure that you know how to use your goals the right way so that you are able to be happy and to have the life that you know is deserved. Being a leader is a great challenge, but it is something that you may need to consider just so that you allow your goals to come true for a more promotable lifestyle. Realizing your potential is going to be one thing that you need to do in order to know how far you can go in life. If you have a lot of potential and are willing to go the distance in life, you will find it much easier to make your goals and dreams in life come true. There is just no reason for you to worry or being upset about your goals in life. If you are thinking about what you can do and how you want to do it, you will be able to determine if these goals that you set for yourself will be a reality or not. Knowledge is another important factor to have in life. Knowing about leadership is another good skill to have. You should make sure that you know about leadership, because this is going to be your first step in becoming a leader. You need to figure out what is going to make you a good leader and how you can be a better person because of it. Know your skills and trust your instinct in life. Be ready to develop your own personality and make sure that you are reading and learning all that you can to be more productive with the tools that you have. Experience is something else that you should have. Being experienced in life is the only way to really know how important your goals really are. When you are sure of whom you are and what you want in life, you will know that goals are all that you really have. Each day should have a goal set inside it. This means that you should have at least one thing a day that you want or need to get accomplished. If you have this, you will be sure to make your life more promotable and established. Make sure that you keep opportunities open at all times. You need to be aware of the different procedures and lifestyle changes that you think about. You should always think about the different skills that you have and how well you use them. Are you satisfied all that you do and how well you do it? If not, you should make sure that you are getting all your tools ready for it. Get as much feedback as you can from others. Using your goals to become more promotable is one thing that you can do. Get as much feedback as you can, because you are going to need this to improve your skills and goals throughout life. Being more promotable is one thing that will help you enjoy life more. After all, we are here to be happy and to get as much from life as we can. This is the main goal in life, and we need to make sure that we are as happy as possible. Do not be afraid to experience something new anytime you get the chance. You must be willing to take chances. Go out there and get what you want. We all deserve to be happy and to have what we want from life. Using our goals to be more promotable in business or personal adventures is going to make us stronger and happier people in all that we do each day. Using your education to be more promotable. Education is one of the most important things to have when you are looking to become more promotable. Having a good Education is going to help us be whom we want and need to be. Using all of the resources that we have to make the most of our life is going to be something that we need to do in order to make our lives be just as we have planned them to be. Education is something that you should take the time to think about. If you want to pursue a great career, you need to be sure that you are going to be ready for anything that can happen at any time. Make sure that you are learning about anything that you can so that your future is bright and that your opportunities are endless. There are ways that you can get involved with educational programs. You will see that there are dozens of places that you can turn to in order to get the help. There are resources that will help you connect with different programs that are going to assist you in making the right decisions when it comes to being more promotable and enjoy life as much as possible. Think ahead of the game and do what is going to be best for you and your situation. First, you should know what you want to learn about. What type of field do you need more education in? Once you know what you need to focus on, you will then be able to go out there and make the necessary choices that are going to be right for you. Figure out what type of education you will need to work on. It has to be something safe and exciting that is going to be the right choice for you and the move that you are trying to make. Going back to school is sometimes not an option. You know that if you really want something and it is important to you, it has to be a priority in your life. If school is the only way that you will be able to be more promotable in the type of action that you are looking into, then the only option is to move forward with it. Treat your education as something that you are investing. After all, this is a type of investment that you are going to use your entire life. Take advantage of it anytime you can, and make sure that you are applying yourself so that you are promoting a better future. Sometimes all you need to do is get some training. There are plenty of training courses that a person can take to promote their abilities in just about anything that they can think of. Make sure that you are using all of the training courses that are available to you, so that you are not missing anything that is going to help you be more creative. Do not be afraid when it comes to being more promotable. Using your ideas alongside of the training courses and educational programs that you are taking advantage of will help you maintain a healthy and stable life. Being more promotable in anything that you do is going to be something that you should take pride in. If you are taking the opportunities that are given to you and making things happen for you, not to you, you will be taking charge of your own destiny. You are the only one that can determine your future, and by being more promotable, you will be creating a better and more exciting opportunity. Using your performance to be more promotable, the way that you perform is going to be a reflection on you and how you act. If you are someone that is serious about what you are doing, you need to make sure that you are showing others that you are whom you say and that you are serious. No matter what you are doing, you have to be prepared and ready to walk the walk that life takes you. Using your performance to be more promotable is something exciting and enjoyable for most people. You have to be able to create a great plan to stay on top of things and to make your dreams in life a reality and not just something that you wish you could have. The only way to do this is to improve your performance and make life as well as you can. Show others that you are a great investment. If you are trying to get a great job or a higher promotion, you will want to show your boss or supervisor that you are a leader. You want to do this so that you are allowing yourself to be more promotable in anything that you want to accomplish. Feel good about the choices that you make and use your abilities to make life more interesting. If you are trying to be more promotable, you need to be willing to show others that you are approachable. You should be constructive in the things that you do and make sure that you are doing exactly what you need to do so that you are making your performance better and more exact to how you want it to be. Think about the questions that you are asked in life and how you answer them. Are you satisfied with the job that you are doing? Can you be more promotable in life so that you are not missing anything that is important? The answer to that question should be no. You should never miss an opportunity to be more productive in anything that you do. When you are performing at the top level that you want, you will feel better and more confident about what you are doing. Use your goals and ideas to bring you closer to be successful in anything that you may be working on. When you are thinking of how to do something, you should make sure that you are using all of your capabilities. If you are not sure how to resolve an issue, you need to work hard at making it happen the way that you need it to. Giving your all is something that you need to really do when you are working on a project and want to be recognized for it. You have to make sure that you are putting your promotable ideas out there so that you are better able to determine what you need and how to make it happen. Figure out your course and go with it. Do quality work and be recognized for it so that you can be appreciated. It is going to help you achieve more goals and be more productive throughout life as well. Do not be upset or discouraged if you are not making things go your way. Try to find a way to get ahead of the game and go after all the important things that you want. You can use this type of thinking in business and in your personal agenda. Always a good source of action, and one will move you in the direction that you have to be. Get excited about your goals and be ready to make yourself more promotable as you go. With each new objective, you will learn another great promotable idea. Never miss an opportunity to enhance your goals and be more promotable no matter what you are doing. Helping others be more promotable around you. Helping someone be more promotable is always a good thing. We want to make others feel better and receive the help that they are looking for when they are in need. Being promotable and using the necessary skills should help anyone get to where they want to be in life. This will include personal and business relationships as well. Make sure that you are following your own course of action and handle things the way that you want them to be. Never give up on anything if you really have your mind set on it. This is what you should teach to others as well, so that they are better able to be more promotable and do what is helpful to them as well. Think about the place where you work. Is there someone there that needs to have some help with his or her promotable qualities? Can you show them how to make their life better and more intense? If you can have the opportunity to help someone feel better and be more accomplished, why not take it? You will notice that if you are helping someone else be more promotable, you are also helping yourself as well. When you are in a professional setting and you are trying to lend a hand to someone so that they are more promotable, you should offer them advice and teach them what they need to know. Do not be afraid to give them guidance on how to be a better person and how to make things work out for them. You can offer tips and advice on how to handle a certain job function, or even on how to adjust their attitude to be better. Anything that you think will help them with their work performance will be a great help. Your children and family members are another way to go when you are trying to help someone be promotable. Sometimes all we need to do is give them a little bit of a push, and this will help them achieve the goals and dreams in life that they have always wanted. You do not have to be too overwhelming when you are doing this, because you do not want to seem pushy. You need to use this opportunity as something that you can feel good about. Help your children and/or family members learn more about being promotable so that you are meeting their needs and moving further ahead with anything that they are doing. Giving others the tools that they need to be more promotable is going to be something that you should thrive on. You need to use what you know to help others out so that you are going to make a difference in their life. Many people around us struggle with not understanding what they should do. If you are given the opportunity to work together with someone and give him or her the help that you learned once, you will be able to improve his or her way of living. Show people ways of being more productive. If you have a good idea, share it with them. Allow others to express their feelings and their ideas freely so that they are being more promotable and given the chance to use their ideas. Do not put down others for the way that they feel, and always be supportive towards others. When you are showing others how to be more promotable, you are also giving yourself the chance to make changes in your day-to-day life and how you choose to live. This is a great example of how you can promote your own ideas and be a better person because of it. Using the support from your friends to become more promotable. We all can use a little bit of encouragement and support at times. This is going to be true for anyone and in any situation. We all must work together to be more promotable and do the tasks in life that we have to with the best of our ability. There is nothing wrong with wanting more and go after it. However, with the support of our friends and family, we can go so much further. Being more promotable is going to be something that you need to work on. You can always leave room for improvement with just about anything. Having someone to get advice from and to work on certain things with is always a good idea. We all have those few people in our life that keep us straight. We have friends that stick with us though thick and thin. Having the ability to make choices in our lives is something that we need to do in order to motivate ourselves into being who we want and how to get what we want. Take in the support that you are offered from others. Do not be afraid to listen to your friends and what they have to say. There is nothing wrong with taking in the advice and hearing what they have to say. You never know, these words or wisdom may be just what you need to make you more promotable in your everyday life. Figure out how you can take on certain challenges and what you need to be more productive. Once you know how to achieve these goals, you will then be able to make it work out for you as a result. Talk to your friends as much as you can. When you are in need of some great advice or even just a shoulder to lean on, you always turn to your friends. If you are looking to be more promotable, you should do the same. Go to them for advice, and maybe together you can work through issue and find a solution to your problem. Being promotable is going to help you with so many different things throughout your entire life. It is necessary for you to make sure that you have the tools needed to get you where you want to be. Take in the love and support that your friends and people around you give. Allow yourself the feeling of being supported and knowing that you have someone in your life to depend on. You are going to be able to accomplish more and live life better when you have what you need from those around you. The emotional side of your life is just as important as your physical. You have to have the right mindset to be more productive and allow yourself to be more promotable with anything that you can think of. Sometimes you just have to open up to others and get something off your chest. It is always good to use the people around you for support. By doing this, you are going to be more promotable and have the emotional support to move on and get to where you are looking to be. As you go through life, you will meet new people and find new ways of being productive. You need to use what you learn and all of the different ideas that you have come up with to be a better person and to make things more interesting. Go out there and meet new people when you have the opportunity. If you are staying to yourself all the time and not allowing yourself the freedom to do what you want, you are not going to be happy. Be free to chat with friends and think about new ideas that are going to make your situation better and give you the enjoyment that you are after. Ways of using your skills to be more promotable. Having skills is something that you need to work on for most cases. Being promotable is going to be one of the most important things that you can do for yourself. This is going to make it much easier for you to be successful no matter what you are dealing with. You want to be a success in business and in your personal life as well. Taking advantage of this is going to help you become a better person. Skills can be just about anything that you can use for your own well-being. Having more skills is going to help you achieve your goals faster and be better at what you do, and how you do it. Think of the things that you can do on your own now. Are you emotionally and physically able to support the work or the personal path that you are going down? If so, you should be applying the skills that you have on a day-to-day basis. If you think you need some work in these areas, you should do whatever possible to become stronger in these areas. Working hard to become better at something is going to be an exciting time. You need to be caught up with what you need to know. Be sure that you are ready to take on any type of challenge at all. Think about anything that you can use to make your skills better and to be more energized when you are getting prepared for something big. Make sure that you are getting all that you need to be more promotable. If you have good marketing skills, you should use them whenever possible. Marketing is the ability to go out there and make money on the things that you can sell. You need to be able to go out, meet new people, and sell them the items that you have. Make them sound good and get others interested in what you are selling. This is a great example of how to be more promotable and how to make things work best for you. Good skills would also include any type of documentation or writing abilities. You need to be able to communicate with your clients and others around you so that you are making yourself more promotable in the areas that you need the most work. You should be as promotable as you possibly can so that you are not missing anything that could lead into a potential job or personal change. Working hard to make your skills better is always a good opportunity. You need to think about the things that you can do to be more successful. You have to be ready to make changes when necessary and do the things that are going to be more productive for you. Do not sit back and wait for someone else to do the work for you. The key to being productive is going to be something that you need to do now. When you are not sure of how to do this, you should ask someone else for the help that you are looking for. This would mean that you could go to certain events and get valuable information that will help you become more productive. The events that you can take advantage of may be free, or you may have to pay a minimal cost. However, either way, it is going to be something that you should invest in because you are going to take so much away from it all. When you are serious about something, you need to work on your goals and skills to make yourself feel better and be more successful in all that you do. There is no need to worry about this because as long as you are working hard and doing whatever necessary, you will be working towards a better and brighter future. Using your creative skills to be promotable. Being creative is something that everyone can be in his or her own little way. Having the knowledge of being creative and getting things done in a timely manner are going to help you do what you want now and later on in life as you go. It is always important to be creative so that you can make dreams become a reality and get to where you need to be. Having promotable ideas is something that you should be proud of and up for any time you can. If you are looking to spruce up your creative skills, you may want to do some reading. There are plenty of books on the market today that are going to help us be more creative. This means that we will be better at work and at play. Reading about the things that we like to do the most is going to help us become more productive throughout life and with everything that we like or need to do. Creative ability is something that most of us are born with. We all have a certain level of creativeness inside somewhere. The hard part is getting to use it when we need to. There are all kinds of circumstances that we should be ready and prepared for. If we are trying to do a job well, we need to work on it until we get it right. You can catch some great articles when it comes to creativity. If you do not want to read about the skills that you can have, you can listen to others that tell great stories about how to be super at what they do. Figure out a goal for yourself and then go after it. This may mean that you need to be more creative to get it. However, is this really something that is going to be hard for you? You need to do it, so you might as well make the best of it. When you are serious about making yourself better at something, You need to be ready and prepared for a great and interesting ride. If you are at your job and you want to be noticed in some way, you should put your creative mind to work. This means that you might have to work harder to be noticed, but it will be worth the work that you do because you are taking a risk. You will also find out if you have what it takes to become the person that you have always wanted to be. Do not give up on your creative goals. They are not going to come easy for some, but others may have no problem at all. It is going to be in how you look at the world and how hard you want to work. There are so many ways that you can make your goals a success in life. Figure out a plan of action so that you are better able to make your dreams of being someone fantastic work. Being afraid of failing is something that many people used to let their creative minds wander away. However, this should be the time that you get excited about these goals and make it all work out for you in the end. Feeling good about who you are and what you do is another good step in being more promotable. This is a great goal to have and one that will make many people achieve more goals. Having creative skills will be something that you find useful no matter what you are doing. Being able to figure out certain problems is something that you should take pride in. This will lead back to being creative and having your goals met in life. Any opportunity that you can have to make this work for you is going to be something that you should proceed with. It is going to make you feel good as well as get you farther in your goals and planning than ever before. How to talk in order to be more promotable. The way that you talk is going to be a very important issue with how successful you are. You know that you need to be promotable in everything that you do, and one way to make sure that you get to where you want to go is to have a good line of communication out there and to speak in a way that will get you noticed in a good way. The biggest difference that you can make in your life is how others see you. They will notice how you talk, walk, do work, and how you act around others. It is important to keep all of things going in the right direction so that you can be noticed for the good points that you have and not for the bad ones. You should never worry about what anyone else is doing. This means that if you are talking to someone, you should never gossip about anything. Staying professional is something that you need to do no matter what the situation. You should never talk down about anyone or anything in front of others. It is important to keep your composure about these types of circumstances so that you are looking and acting as professional as you can. This will only get you farther ahead in your personal and/or business lifestyle. Do not complain as much either. No one wants to hear about you complaining all the time about others. If you are someone that likes to have rules and stick to them, you may find that it is easy to complain about others, including co-workers or business colleges. You should try to limit yourself on these matters. You should not be unfair when speaking about others, and do not harp on the same things repeatedly. Never blame others for your problems. You need to take responsibility for your own actions and know when you should fix something. If you are always having problems and not having much luck with a certain situation, you should think about it first and then move on. You need to keep your composure and figure out a solution and not complain about it, because this will only make it worse. You are going to find many different types of people in the world today. Some are going to be more successful than us and do jobs that are more important. However, we need to act as if we can take on any type of challenge. You need to use your words and discuss the things that you think are important at the time. Do not waste other people's time by standing around and complaining or gossiping about someone or something else. You should be professional when you are speaking and think before you speak. Chances are this will help you become more productive in life and give you a better shot at making things work in your favor. Know the right words to say when you are speaking. Use good grammar and make sure that you are using good expression when you are speaking. Be excited about the things that you are doing and help others realize what you are feeling. If you are someone that is giving a speech or need to give others information, You should know how to talk and how to get your point across. You may not find it easy at first, but with some work and determination, you will find it much easier to speak in the right tone of voice and use the right words so that you are being more promotable in anything that you do. Taking precautions in life when being more promotable. It is true that you need to take precautions in life, no matter what you are doing. You have to be able to have fun, but at the same time, you need to take the necessary steps to be productive and cautious so that you are not making mistakes that you will regret later on in life. Figure out what you want to do when you are talking about being more promotable. Do you want to be successful and make a lot of money? Are you looking for something to make you more productive in what you do? No matter what your goals in life are, you should always take precautions so that you are not setting yourself up for something that you are going to regret later on. It is easy to be caught up in goals that we set for ourselves. We should take advantage of the helpful tools that are available in life. There are so many opportunities that we can make for ourselves. We want to be someone that feels proud about what we do and at the same time gets what we want from life. There is no sense in being upset over the small stuff. However, when you are looking for success in life, you should take precautions so that you are not getting hurt or destroying your chances for a better and brighter future. Know whom to talk to and when. This is going to be a good precaution to take when you are trying to be more promotable. You should not speak to just anyone about certain things. You need to be sure that you are promoting yourself in a good and respectful manner so that you are not setting yourself up for a disaster later on. Make sure that you are qualified for what you are looking to do. Getting more information is something that you should always consider. The more that you know will give you more advantage for the work that you are looking to do. You want to make sure that you are thinking about all that you need so that you are not missing out on anything that is going to help you be more successful in what you are doing. Find out what others are doing and see if you can work this into your schedule. There are plenty of different events that are set in place to help others be more successful and get what they are looking for in life. Do not give out information to just anyone. You should always know whom you are talking to and what their role is. This can be anything from your career to your personal life. Either way, you need to be respectful and give them a secure feeling that you are not going to betray their trust. Having trust is one of the best abilities a person can have when they are dealing with taking precautions and being more promotable. Try to find good resources in life when you are looking for something interesting to do. You should make sure that you are promoting your values and getting your life in order. Do not worry about what others are telling you all the time. Sometimes you just have to go out and use your own judgment to make certain decisions. If you have a gut feeling sometimes, that is all you really need to rely on. Never be too forceful when you are trying to be promotable. You should not push yourself upon anyone and make sure that you are using your best qualities ahead of the rest, so that you are not missing anything that may be a great possibility for you later on. Make sure that you are using anything that you can to become a better and more productive person that can be as promotable as possible. Being promotable to better you. There is nothing like getting better as you go. You should sit back and think about the things that you want to do to make your life better. What can you work on about yourself? Are you happy with the progress that your life has made and the way that you have turned out? If not, you may want to do something to make your life a little more promotable. Being promotable is something that you should work on all the time. You want to be open to new ideas and to express the way that you feel about something. Never be afraid to let your true emotions out and give your opinion. When you are honest with yourself and allow others to hear what you are saying, you are going to be in a better position to make things work out for you in the end. When you are trying to be more promotable, you need to think about your goals. What are you looking for in life? Do you even know the answer to this question? If you are trying to find yourself and be a better person in your personal and your business life, you should work on being more promotable to get certain goals done. Figure out your plan of action. Where do you want to be in a few years? Do you want to be successful and happy with what you have done so far? Of course, the answer to this is going to be yes. There are a few things that you will need to learn so that you can be more promotable, so that you are achieving great success no matter what you are doing. It is important to be persistent and make your goals the top priority in your life. You should always want to achieve certain things, no matter how hard it sounds. Put yourself out there. Let others know that you are there and willing to help. You want to be proud of who you are and what you are doing. Do not be afraid to make mistakes, and think about what you can do to achieve certain goals and abilities. Figure out your plan and then carefully work it out so that it is going to fit your lifestyle the most. You need to make this work so that you are as promotable as possible and getting the recognition that you deserve. You are going to feel better when you are promoting yourself so that you are helping others and also helping yourself. You will notice that when you are more promotable, you are allowing others to see who you are and get to know you. This is a great feeling because you are finding out more about yourself and others as well. It is a great opportunity, and one that you should take advantage of any time you can. Find out ways that you can better promote yourself so that you are not wasting time. You can go to local events, business meetings, and even talk to others that may be able to help you be more promotable in anything that you do. It is going to be easy to find these great events so that you are putting yourself ahead of the game and making the most of what you do. Figure out a game plan so that you are not wasting time and you are doing all that you can to be successful. When you are a happier person, you are going to find it so much easier to be a successful one. Being promotable is one great resource to have and is something that you can feel more confident about no matter what you are doing. You are going to better yourself and have higher confidence and self-esteem levels as well. Being more promotable to improve your position. If you are looking to succeed and move your way up the ladder of success, you need to be able to use your promotable skills. We all have promotable skills that are going to work easier for us. You need to make sure that you are doing all that you can to make this go as easy as possible. You should work hard and be determined to be a better and stronger candidate for a promotion. Figure out what you can do to make it easier to get a promotion. You should work hard and do what you have to in order to be promotable. This means that you may have to work harder and stay a little longer each night, but once you start to see it pay off for you, it is all going to be worth the struggle. All you have to do is figure out what you need to work on and what is going to get you the farthest in your goals. When you are trying to be successful in life, you will want to do something that is going to be easy and exciting for you. We all want to make $1 million just by doing nothing, but it is not going to work this way. We have to put all of our efforts into what we do so that we can be as happy and solid as possible and work our way through the chain of command. It is not impossible, and all you need is some determination to make the promotable skills work great for you. You need to be accessible. This means that you should make yourself open to others when possible. If someone needs help, you should be the first one out there to lend a hand. If you are not sure of what you can do for someone, ask him or her, or take it upon yourself to make an important decision and just do it. You want to be there to answer someone's questions and give him or her the advice that they are looking for so that they are better able to live life. You cannot be afraid to voice your opinion when it comes to something like being promotable. Offer your helping hand anytime you can. Do not be afraid to help someone that is in need. You will find that you can make more friends and get farther in your position when you are trying to help someone with a problem or point them in the right direction. You should always think about the problem and then try to work out a solution that is going to make the problem easier for everyone. Do not be all excited and worked up over this ordeal. You should be able to find a reasonable solution that is going to make your promotable skills stand out. All you need to do is make sure that you are doing all that you can to bring your skills to the table when you are able to improve your position. You need to make sure that you are doing all that you can to use skills to make the most of your career, or even any little things that you want to achieve in life. Think hard about what you can do to enhance your skills and use your promotable skills each day. Learning how to improve your skills is something that you should work on each day. You need to be sure that you are allowing yourself the ease of making your job faster and more reliable. Make sure that you are keeping yourself aware of everything that you are doing so that you can keep yourself open to new ideas and stay on track just as you should. It is going to be something that will be more exciting as you go, because you are learning about the new things that give you the feeling of great accomplishment. This is a very good feeling, and one that you can use in almost any situation. Figure out a good plan of being more promotable. When you are trying to be more promotable, you should always have a good plan figured out first. You need to use your abilities to be more promotable so that you are not letting important things slip through your fingers. You should always work hard at anything that you do so that you are not missing anything that is going to be worthwhile to you in the end. Being more promotable is something that is going to help you enhance your daily living. You want to be as successful as possible, and in order to achieve this goal, you will need to make sure that you are keeping up with the everyday things that are important to you. Draw a plan out in your head and stick to it. You want to be as proficient in your daily living as you can so that you are not missing anything. That is going to help you be more promotable. Working hard is something that you should do for anything. You will find that if you put this into your plan of being more promotable, you will find it easier to be more reliable and successful as you go. You should always work hard no matter what you are doing and using your ideas to promote a good plan, for this will be the best place to start. Think about the goals in life that you have. This is going to be a big part of your promotable plan. You want to try to work hard at achieving these goals and getting to the point that you can feel as if you have accomplished them all. You should not have to worry about certain things, because you will be the only one that can fix problems that you may have in life. When you are planning your future first, you will see that it is easier to see the big picture and all that you need to work on. Work your plan of action down on paper. First, know what you want and how you should go about getting it. You need to be productive no matter what you are doing, and the only way to make this happen is if you do what is necessary to keep your ideas growing and to use your promotable ideas whenever possible for a great way of living. The plan of action for your promotable ideas should be how you can improve your skills. We all need to have skills for something in life. This is going to be true no matter what we are trying to promote ourselves in. We want to be a great success story, but we have to do the hard work to get there. If you are looking for a great business opportunity, you should think about what you have to do in order to make this happen for you. There are going to be ideas that you do not need, but if you are willing to work on the ones that you do, you are going to be in a much better position to make things work for you. Work on different promotable ideas each day or week. You should not have to focus on everything from the beginning. You should think about one or two that are important to you and go from there. You have to stick to your plan and allow yourself the freedom to be as promotable as possible. You are going to feel good knowing that you used your plan in the best way and that you are now a better person for it. This is going to be something that you can use no matter where you are going in life and what skills you will need to do. Getting emotionally ready for being promotable. When you are trying to get ready for being more promotable, you may need to have a plan of action. You should work hard at what you need to do so that you are planning your promotion and getting the goals that you need to be more successful in life and all that you do. You may need to work on these goals so that you are more promotable with your everyday life and the things that you do for a more successful career. The first step in being promotable is to be loyal to people. You want to make sure that you can trust certain people and those they can trust you as well. Make sure that you are allowing yourself to be a trustworthy and reliable person that is going to be dependable and give all you have for anything that you want. When you are trying to get emotionally ready to be a good promotable candidate, you want to improve most of your skills. You want to think about the things that you will need to do. You want to be ready for anything. And this will include a great promotion that will allow your dreams and goals to become a reality in life. You do not want to give out all of your secrets when you are trying to be more promotable. There are some things that you simply need to work for you and not against you. Make sure that you are allowing yourself the opportunity to meet your goals and to make the most of your life around you. Communicate in a way that you do not have to give off all of your secrets, but make sure that you are keeping your inner secrets to yourself. Do not let your weaknesses get to you. If you give in to these things, you are only going to miss the things that you really want in life. You should not let your weaknesses get in the way of getting what you want. You might have to learn to be stronger and to use your ideas more intensely so that you are not missing anything that you may regret later. You want to take full advantage of everything that you can so that you are getting everything that you want in life. Doing the right thing is not always easy in most circumstances. You should try and think about what is going to be the best way for you to do something and then go from there. You should try to avoid bad situations whenever possible. You should not do anything that you feel is not right. This is all going to help you be more promotable and get you to where you need to be in life. Your integrity is important to you, and it is something that you should worry about anytime you can. You should never sacrifice your integrity. Think about it as if someone is always watching you, and you should do what you can to keep your integrity intact. Being a great leader is another part of your emotional link to being more promotable. You want to use your skills as a leader anytime you can. Think about the things that are going to be most important to you and how you want them done. Are you a good leader, or do you like to follow more? It is important to have some kind of leadership skills so that you are able to be more promotable and show others that you are serious about becoming a great success in life. Take responsibility for your actions when you are trying to be more promotable. If you do something wrong, own up to it. Do not try to hide the fact that you made a mistake. This is only going to add to the confusion and make it harder for you to make things right later on. You want to be sure that you are taking responsibility for anything that you do well or bad. This is going to help you become more responsible and show that you are taking the initiative to be a good and strong leader. Giving advice for being more promotable. If you are someone that is promotable, you will find that it is sometimes hard because others are looking up to you for advice. They want you to help them become more promotable so that they can achieve the goals in life that are important to them. Finding ways to give advice and being more promotable is a great way to help others feel good about them. The first piece of advice you have to offer someone is that they have to work hard. It is so important to work hard at what you want and make sure that it happens for you. You need to be in control of all that you do so that you are getting to where you want to be. You need to be in control of your life and do it all for the sake of yourself. You do not want to be left out in the cold, because this is only going to make you feel bad about yourself. This is a great piece of advice. You need to next think about your strengths. You must figure out what your strong points are and what you need to do to be a better person. Being promotable means that you are using your strong points to help you be more promotable. If someone asks you what you should do to be more promotable, This would be a great piece of advice. How much do you have to offer? Think about this question and then try and work on it as much as you can. Think about what you can do to bring some kind of security to your life. Think about this and what you need to do to work on your issues when you are secure in yourself and what you are doing. You will see that you have so much more to offer with your promotable ideas. Be who you want to be. This is a great piece of promotable advice. You should make sure that you are not sacrificing anything when it comes to being who you want to be in life. You are the one that is in control, and you are the only one that is who you believe you should be. Do not let anyone hold you back, and try and think about what you want from life and what would make you happy. Being promotable means that you are the best person that you can be without making the wrong choices for the sake of others. Do not be afraid to fail. The best piece of advice for anyone that wants to be more promotable is not to be afraid of a challenge. You should work hard at what you want and think about the choices that you need to make. Sometimes there will be risks involved, but that is just the chance that you have to take. It is going to be scary for some, but it is something that needs to be done because it is the only way that you can find out if you are going to succeed on your own or not. Do not be afraid to ask others for advice. Getting advice is the best way to find out if you are doing something the right way or not. You should think about what you are doing, and if you're not sure about something, you need to follow through and ask for the right type of advice. You are going to be a stronger and better person when you are taking the time to ask others for help when you need it. You will feel better and be more promotable because of it in the end. Getting a game plan for being more promotable. Having a game plan is the best way to get anything done. You need to have a plan or strategy so that you are not going into something unprepared. You should work hard at what you want and think about the things that are most important to you. Make sure that you are working through your issues so that you can become a better and stronger person. If you are looking for a game plan, you can find one easily if you are looking in the right place. You may have to talk to someone else in order to get the best type of advice that is going to help you be stronger and more achievable in the things that make you happy. You should get your plan together so that you are not finding yourself disappointed later on in life. You may want to sit down and think about what you need to be a success. You should work hard and do what you need to in order to find your way. Worrying about something is not going to be a help. You should always work through and issue first before you decide what to do about it. You are going to be more responsible when you are thinking about what is most important to you. Work on your strengths and weaknesses. If you are not good in one area, you may have to work harder at it to make it better. You should think about the things that you want to work on, and then do what you have to so that you are making it right. It may take some time, and it may be a hard decision to make at first, but once you get it under control, you will have nothing to worry about later on. Always be on your toes. This means you should always be ready for anything. You need to be prepared for the things that can come up unexpectedly. You may not be ready for something, but if you are more prepared, you will find it so much easier to deal with it and be more ready when other things come up. Being in control of your own destiny is something that everyone needs to do so that they are more promotable. Take advice when needed. If you are in doubt of something, you can turn to others to find out what you should do. They may be able to help you make the right decision and get the problem fixed without too much of an ordeal involved. You are going to feel good about who you are and what you are doing. Sometimes you may not want to take the advice, but other times it may be what you are looking for to help you with your game plan to being more successful. Do not be afraid to work through things with others either. If this is part of your game plan, you will want to make sure that you are doing all that you can to make it a great choice for you and for your goals in life. You want to be more promotable so that you are not disappointed about anything that you do later on, and that you are getting the maximum out of life. You are not going to regret it later when you notice the level of success that you have met with your game plan of being more promotable.